They beat the Ducks, man, bro.
Hey, we had an 8 game losing streak. Okay, I'll
Dude,
take
August
what
and
we
I
can
went to go
get.
watch the Kraken play the Golden Knights, bro, and we went on this tangent about how the Vegas Golden Knights are like a product of the Arizona Coyotes, which is why they're as good as they are.
Oh,
We went on like a
absolutely.
whole like conspiracy tangent. It was kind of fun.
Welcome to the West Coast Hockey Podcast.
Yeah, we're
Um,
live. We're live, boys. We went live about halfway through that last sentence. So there you go. That's a candid start to the West Coast sidetrack
you know,
podcast.
it's just when we usually start the show, we usually just finished watching a hockey game. That's kind of our schedule. It's like, oh yeah, we'll go when the hockey games are over. So here we are.
Yep. There you
We
go.
haven't lost 8 in a row now. We just won a game. Let's go.
Too little, too late, man. I'm so sad for the Kraken.
Yeah, I mean,
They're kind of
pretty
done,
rough
man.
start of the season. It's time to say farewell to our dear friend, Mr. Hackstall. There's going to be another coaching change in Seattle, which is just an absolute whirlwind of a season. Scott Servais, you're next.
Yep. Hey, but he only needs to win 54% of his games, and he's going to be all
Hey,
right.
hey, you know something good that came out of today? Did you see
Yeah.
this, Beau?
No, what
Mariners won
happened?
54% of their spring training games.
Bro.
There we
They
go. We're
did.
right on pace, boys. We're
We're
right
right
on
on
pace.
pace. Jerry's never gonna live that one down.
That's such a bad comment, dude. How do you say that after you didn't make the playoffs?
You know,
And then also proceed to do
he was
nothing in the offseason?
right. He was right, but it was the absolute worst time to say that.
Mm.
Anyways, we've had, on my, I'm not very good at tracking the happenings of the world of sports, especially in the NFL. That's why I always defer to you, Bo, when I'm like, "Oh, are you hearing this?" What I spend my f time on Twitter on is finding very funny and goofy things, and I found a pretty good one the other day. So our dear old friend Jalen the Bald is hosting a new coaching clinic, and oh my God, these are some of the worst
Let's just bring it
speakers
up. Let's just
ever.
bring it up.
Oh my God. Dave Cutcliffe, a very mid Duke coach. Ken Dorsey, so hey, be careful with your iPads around him, guys, because he might
Hmm.
smash it. And Vance Joseph will show you how to put up 70, how to let your offense put on 70 points against his defense. So, and he runs a odd multiple front defense. So it's like it's not even the same defense as DeBoer. And it's like I'm just so curious where these connections happened. Like these are just the most random names ever. It's just very weird. And to be honest, the DeBoer clinic last year was pretty boring, and could not sit through these three speakers. Like I don't know what universe these three guys have ever been keynote speakers in.
Just kind of random. Very,
Yeah.
very random. Like just from three very different. Yeah, I don't know.
And
It's
none of
it's
them are
just
very good. A friend
no,
of
they're
mine was
not.
like, "Come to our clinic and we'll teach you how to be mid." It's basically
Right.
that's basically
Exactly.
what it is. It's so weird. Like one of those guys just got fired halfway through the season,
Hmm. Hmm.
and one of them probably should have. The other probably should have, and the other's been out of coaching. It's
The
like,
other
what the
almost gave
hell's
up a
going on?
record-breaking offensive performance.
Oh, if Mike McDaniel didn't take his foot off the gas, it would have
Hmm.
been. And then compare that to our dear friend Jared Fish. Look at the clinic he's putting on that I will be attending on April 5th and 6th. Oh my God. You have
Now
the
this is an all-star lineup
you
right
have
here.
the greatest head coach of all time.
Hmm.
You have a up and coming head coach who has absolutely stymied offenses in the college and pro level with his defense. You have a really good GM and a really good author. It's like
Hmm.
those are some freaking polls right there. It's gonna be you got a lot of Super Bowl rings there.
Dang, Bill Belichick is insane. Like
Well, I
that's so
think
sweet. That's
I
so sweet.
really hope Belichick does a lot of X's and O's talks
Hmm.
because I think that's when he really can light up and really real and talks about like the history, that's when he really shines. You know,
Yeah.
on like
Just get
College
him,
Game Day.
ask him about if you sit down with him, ask him about long snapping.
Oh, I should. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. I I also do th have I've constantly seen, that a lot of the Belichickian roughness is just towards the media, and
Hmm.
that he's still grumpy, but he's much different not on camera.
I still am waiting for the Saban Belichick podcast. Give me that. Give me that.
Oh, I'm gonna hate Saban on game day. Fuck him. I'm gonna watch. I
Wait, so is Bill
honestly,
Belichick one of the
honestly,
speakers?
I think
Yeah,
I'm.
at
Yeah,
the Washington. Yeah,
those were
he's
the
one of
keynote
the.
speakers. Daniel, want to come with me?
Yeah, if you want
Dude,
to go,
wait, what
just
day
scan
is
the
it?
QR code,
April
man.
5th through 6th, Saturday, Sunday.
Dude, I'm kind of down.
It's not free, but you should come.
I'm still kind of down though. I just want to hear Belichick talk about the intricacies of long
Hey,
snapping.
hey, come with me because I was lonely last year.
Okay, how much is it?
I think it was like $40. You can check right there. You pull up the link, Beau.
Scan the QR code. Here we go. Actually, can I do it
There's
through
probably a
the? Oh,
link.
here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Here we go.
It was, I think it might have been 60, but
Register.
if unless there's not spots left, because holy shit, that is a
40 per
one day.
person.
I
Yeah,
did the
40 for
2 day.
1 day, 80 for 2 days. Look at
Belichick's
that.
day
It
two.
goes
There you
from
go.
9 to 9. Jeez, all day
All
event
right,
here.
I'll pay for Saturday then.
Hell yeah, come join me.
Oh, the keynotes. Yeah, the keynote speaker on Friday is Belichick. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear him talk about long snappers.
Me too.
He better
That one's
talk
only
about
8 to 2,
exclusively
huh?
special teams.
That one's 8 to 11. That one is not very long. They feed you well though. Let's see there. 10 to 6. Clinic presentations, breakout sessions, lunch. Keynote speaker John Schneider. That's pretty lit.
And you get to watch a spring practice. There you go.
That's gonna be fun. I mean, everyone can though. They're completely open.
Hmm. Hmm.
Wait, so the tickets then do they include food then?
Yeah, and open bar in the Don James Center. I
Dude,
remember,
that's still worth it.
dude, come to Bowl. You should. Because it was pretty cool because you got to go around the whole facility and stuff. But I've told Bo this story before, but I do fondly remember drinking Coors Lights with Nick Sheridan in the Don James Center talking why delay. And he was teaching me about it. And that was cool. That was a cool time. So I have no ill will to Nick Sheridan.
The OC for Alabama, Nick Sheridan.
That's a freaking if you told me 3 years ago, who would have expected that?
Goes from the I mean, he was,
He was OC at Indiana, but he did not do too hot.
did not. Who would have thought 3 years after he gets fired as the OC at Indiana, he's the OC at Alabama. Crazy how things work sometimes. Um,
That's some coattails though.
yeah, that's very, very much coattails. Very much coattails.
However, I will say this about him though. He was Mike's guy,
Hmm.
and I'm sure you know that.
Hmm.
Oh, this
Very
is
much.
exciting. I'm excited for this.
Yes. So,
Go
here
on
we go. Yahoo.
NFL.com. Oh, Roundup, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there we go. Good job, Yahoo, giving me the nice little roundup.
Yahoo!
So before we get into grading the off seasons and putting them into a little tier list, we might as well talk a little bit about the changes to the NFL rulebook for 2024. And that starts with kickoffs.
I
Kickoffs are changing. They're
am
now
so
XFL
excited for
style.
this. I am so excited for this. This is a very good thing. One, it is so much safer. Kickoffs were just ridiculously unsafe, and this will prevent people from being paralyzed. Literally, they're
Mhm.
just ridiculously unsafe. And I like this format. I think it works well. I think there can be some fun things out of this. Maybe have some guys pull and stuff like that. I think some
Mhm.
fun can come out of this.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. It's very much the departure from what was previously there. So it'll take some getting used to. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun
I
though.
think it is. I know there's some people that are sad that the traditional kickoff is gone, but it is just this is a really good thing for keeping players safe and healthy. And it's just so rare to have a kickoff return for touchdown anyways. Like I've always just said, just spot it out the 25 every time. It doesn't even you don't even need a kickoff. I think this is a compromise between our positions right there because you can still get a kickoff return touchdown. St. Louis Battlehawks in 2019 did an awesome one, or
Mhm.
2020, I guess.
There you go. Nice little return there. Bumps outside. Oh no, he didn't. That didn't actually turn into much.
I'm just
Kind
hoping
of a
with this new
lame
kickoff
example,
rule, we don't see some
Schefter.
Devin Hesters.
We haven't had a
Schefter.
Devin Hester since Sam though.
That's why we need another one, man. Dude. I want to see a return man carry a team again like that. That's what I want to see.
Well,
Yep.
it's pretty rare to get a Devin Hester because he's an incredibly fast and elusive athlete, but also bad at every other facet of the game too. That's pretty rare to find.
Yeah, he did nothing on offense and defense, but he was an amazing special
He was,
teamer.
yeah, he was not
Yeah,
a
so we
good
need
player.
we should have more players like that. Besides, the Bears'
It,
offense
I
in that
think
era
it's
was
hard. I
garbage
think it's
anyway.
hard to do that because a player that's so good on special teams is pretty rarely that bad elsewhere.
Hey, man, just let me have this, okay?
I get it though. I get it.
I
And you
know what
know
you're
what?
saying.
A
I want
play
to be
like
entertained.
this, where all of a sudden having an elite kick returner comes back into play a little bit more, that opens up the
You
chance
still
for
you still
players to
got punts.
specialize.
You still got punts.
Yeah, it's true. The punts are the same. Punts haven't changed, so I guess that's true. But still. Um, man, John Ross would have thrived in that sort of style. Too bad he's retired
Mhm.
now. The hip drop tackle is banned. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. I get
I
it.
think they yeah.
I get it, but also I just know it's gonna be officiated so horribly.
I don't
Oh,
trust our
100%.
refs.
I do not trust the refs at all to
Mahomes, oh, it's gonna
officiate
be
this
hip
properly.
hip drop every time.
I,
Bro, you have
I
no idea how many jokes I've seen on Instagram about people responding to the rule change, and everyone's just like, "Yeah, it's gonna win the Chiefs the Super Bowl."
Yep, yep,
I don't know. We gotta find a better way. We gotta find a better way of this.
yeah. I mean, because I get it, but also it's like I don't know. And people are comparing it to like the face mask and the horse collar, and it's like those are very black and white when
Those
those
ones are the head
happen.
and neck area.
Yeah, this is like it's almost a standard
There's a lot of
tackle.
gray here,
There's a ton of gray.
especially if it's incidental. Like, this is why I think penalties should be able to be reviewed so they don't fuck up and do this.
Mhm.
See, this is a sad thing about Belichick not being in the league this year. So you can't propose that. You can't propose that every single season and have it being voted against.
Mhm. Can't believe it passed unanimously.
I
That's
think the writing is pretty specific though, which is
no, right. But and this is the thing, landing on and trapping the runner's legs at or below the knee. Like, yeah, I mean, you can do all of this until there, and it's still technically legal. And so then it's like this is where it gets dangerous. And don't get me
mhm,
wrong, I hear that, but it's like the defensive player can't really control where the offensive player's leg is.
yep.
So
Like, how
it's
are tiny ass corners gonna tackle tight ends now?
I
Oh, I know. Tight ends are gonna go crazy. Laporta
Sam
season
Laporta career
coming.
year? Is that what I'm hearing?
Laporta season, Laporta season.
Derrick Henry resurgence?
Nah, Derrick Henry's 87 years old. It's too late for him.
Oh, dude, if this was ruled 10 years ago, oh man,
Well,
you're not tackling Derrick Henry.
yeah, there you go. So that one's a little controversial. I don't know about that one. When the NFLPA is saying that the rule shouldn't be changed, that's how you know. That's
Hmm.
how you know. Um, some smaller stuff here. Trade get deadline got pushed
That's
back a
good.
week. Yeah, I
Longer
like that.
season,
Yeah,
give us another
longer.
week.
Yep, I like that. Coaches getting a third challenge. Obviously, love that. That always should have been a thing. Um, I'll only need to
Thank you,
win. Well,
Shula.
if they win one of them, which if you lose both challenges, then you're that's tough. That's tough, man. Um, enforcement of fouls on change of possession. I actually didn't see this one. During a play that results in a possession change, if fouls are committed by both teams, any major offensive fouls that were committed before the possession change will now be enforced.
So there won't be offsetting, basically.
Okay, I see. So it wouldn't be able to replay the down.
Hmm.
Okay.
So let's say a penalty is done by one of the teams before a change of possession, and then there's like a hold on the return of the interception. Those don't
Mhm.
offset.
Okay. So it would still be a change of possession.
No,
Wait.
the foul after the change of possession would not get rid of the yardage from the foul before the change of possession, I
Okay.
believe.
So is the
I'm
second one
confused.
not getting
I'm so
forced?
confused here. I'm not
That
sure.
one confuses me. That
It
one
that
confuses
needs
me.
to be. I tried.
Changes. Replay assistant will now be allowed to correct objectively incorrect calls for intention. That one's
What does
beautiful. That's a.
objectively mean?
I mean, ones where it's like the ref throws a foul and it's like, come on, that's not roughing the passer. Get out of here.
That's good. That's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think more replay is good. Replay review will be allowed when there is clear and obvious visual evidence that the game clock expired before any snap.
It's gonna have to be way more than zero though, because
Yeah.
the way it enforces. You look at the clock, and then when it hits zero, then you turn your head, and if the ball is moving, then it's fine.
Ruling of a passer down by contact or out of bounds before throwing a pass are now reviewable. But I didn't realize they weren't already
I
reviewable, so that's
know.
good. Okay. Designate thanks to a rule change also proposed by the Detroit Lions. There you go. They're on a hot streak this weekend. Teams now have an unlimited number of designated return transactions during the playoffs. I again didn't realize there was a limit, so that's good. Emergency QBs, emergency third quarterbacks are available playing the case of starter backer can now be elevated from both the 53-man roster and the practice squad. Last season could only be elevated from the 53-man roster. Okay, that's good. That's common sense.
That's good.
Um, yeah. So there's the rules. There's the rules. There are new ones.
I like the kickoff
Overall,
rule change.
I like a good number of them. This one scares me a bit. The hip drop one scares me a bit. All the other
I think
ones
that
I'm
one's going to be
generally
the
a fan
topic of
of.
This time
controversy.
next year, let's look back at how many hip drop tackles got called on opponents of the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That will be that'll be interesting. Probably too many. Probably too many. Probably and
I,
a
I think the Seahawks might play the Chiefs. No, no, they played them last year.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, yeah. Thank God.
And they played the entire AFC West that year because I remember they also played the Broncos.
Yeah, that was
So
week
they
one.
played this
Yeah.
year. I think they play the Broncos again, but they don't play the Chiefs.
We play the Broncos. Wait, oh wait, no, but he's gone. Russ is
Yeah,
gone. It'd be
yeah,
funny if we played the Steelers again.
yeah. No, but you played them last year.
Maybe
Stupid
next year.
conferences. Stupid. That's okay
Super,
though.
what about in the Super Bowl?
Oh, I think the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yep.
Steelers
Just a
got the
Google for one
Super
more.
Bowl.
You want to know something dangerous?
Oh gosh. Hey,
I want to know
don't look
something
great.
unlimited, actually.
I want to try my new
I remember when
Subway
that came
sandwich.
out, and I was like, what is going on? That was like 2018.
Mr.
Mr. Unlimited.
Unlimited. That was kind of the beginning of the end right there.
That was. Russ had a
Money
good year that year.
unlimited.
Mr.
You're the reason I'm still
Unlimited.
racist. I was just looking at the videos I sent you. That was bad.
The parlay. I didn't hit my parlay because of you. You're the reason I'm still racist. This is so bad, bro. That's horrible. That's horrible.
I tried to send that to a group. Let's see if it worked.
There we go.
Here we go.
While you're finding that, time to introduce the main topic of tonight's podcast. Though we are going to be, we're a few weeks into free agency now. There's still going to be some moves made, but for the most part, it's kind of wrapped up.
It's the only thing is going to be some vets who are still role players.
Yep. So it's time to wrap it up, to talk about how every team did, how every team improved or the opposite of improved their roster. So we got grades here. Classic grading scale A, B, C, D, F. S tier is reserved for the Chicago Bears because they're the offseason
Offseason champs
champions.
and the Oregon
Yes,
Ducks.
And the Oregon Ducks, of course.
of course.
So we're going to go through every team as they appear on good old NFL.com, talk about what they brought in, talk about and retained, talk about what they lost, and ultimately decide, have they gotten a lot better, a little better, kind of the same, a little worse, or a lot worse.
I realized something.
What's that?
The Bills defense really reminds me of like that early 2010s 4-3 with really tall, long defensive ends.
Yeah.
AJ Epinesa,
Greg
the
Rousseau.
Miami Greg Rousseau, yeah. I just realized that's like, geez, you are stuck in 2012.
There you go. So while we're on the Bills, while we're on the topic of the Bills here, talking about their overall, we'll kind of skip over the retentions because those are kind of boring to talk about. Brought in Mitch Trubisky as the backup quarterback. Obviously, big time move there. Mac Hollins, Curtis Samuel, a couple receivers.
Curtis
Brought
Samuel's
in,
like, you already have him.
yeah,
That one was weird to me.
let's see. Let's see. A couple retentions on the O line. Will Clapp, A plus. Epineza they brought back. Austin Johnson, Daquan Jones beefed up the middle of the defense there. Nick Morrow, Teron. Okay, Nick Morrow. Okay, cool. Teron Johnson extension. That's good. Cam Lewis. Okay. Mike Edwards. Okay. Brought back Taylor Rapp. So
I saw this is total tangent,
yeah,
but this is the name of the show. But you see Malcolm Butler got a DUI,
I did.
and people were like, Seahawks not running the ball has led to a bunch of DUI arrests. There's a
Yeah.
lot of trauma from that game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a rough go. It's been a rough go of everyone involved in that game. Um, as far as what the Bills have lost, they lost their previous backup quarterback, Kyle Allen. Damian Harris retired, Latavius Murray, Gabe Davis, Deontay Hardy, Trent Sherfield, Ryan Bates. They lost a lot, if you can't tell.
They
Mitch
did.
Morse, Leonard Floyd, Shaq Lawson, Poona Ford, Linval Joseph, Jordan
Oh,
Phillips, Tom
jeez.
Settle, Tyrell Dodson, Dane Jackson, Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Tyron Neal. Both those last two to the Dolphins, by the
I
way, division
saw
rival.
I saw an incredible meme the other day. I think I sent it to you, but it was Sean McDermott to what's his name? DeMar Hamlin after
Mhm.
getting rid of
Oh
his
yeah,
entire
the
secretary. You've been promoted. You're now one of my elite
I
employees.
have seen that
That's a
one. That
good
one's a
one. I think I
classic.
sent that to you. Oh, I love that video so much. It was absolutely perfect for the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
That
God, they
one.
lost a lot of dudes. They
They
lost
lost
a
a
lot of dudes.
lot of dudes, especially on defense, especially starters. These are starters too. It's not like they just lost like guys. Like they lost starters
They
on
don't have
defense.
Gabe Davis to randomly have insane games anymore, too.
Yeah, and they didn't really replace them with all that much either. I mean,
No.
yeah, names wise, sure, but I mean, a lot of their defensive additions are retentions. So
Yeah.
it's like they have a lot of holes on that defense now,
Last
especially
year
at
was the year they should
safety.
have traded for they. I don't love their receiver core. They haven't gotten great receivers in their digs around Allen at all, or
Mhm.
been able to develop them either.
What do you mean? They got Mac Hollins and Curtis Samuel now.
It's like they already basically had that, you know. It's just the
Well,
musical chairs.
yeah. Where are we thinking here, boys?
I'm thinking of D.
Yeah. Daniel?
I'm thinking C for the Bills.
C. Okay.
So honestly, I think the Bills are going to be the same team. I feel like they're just one of those
Mm-hmm.
clockwork teams now. They'll win a little over 10 games and then just kind of peter out.
All
Mm.
They're one of those teams that I don't think as long as they have Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, I don't think their offseason changes really change their team too much.
I guess and don't get me wrong, I don't disagree with you at all. But I mean, just speaking objectively on how the roster is now versus where the roster was this time a month ago, I don't think it's deniable that's worse. Which is why, as a tie-breaking vote, I'm gonna go with a D. And I thought about an F. Actually, I thought about an F, but I decided that some of the losses aren't like
And it's
massive.
because of Josh Allen too. You know, you're
It's
paying him a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. But I mean, it's also like Tre'Davious White, big name, still a good player, has had injuries. Jordan Poyer getting up there, Micah Hyde getting up there, some of these D linemen getting up there. So I get why you don't bring him back, but
Um,
that only keeps it from
yeah.
being an F for me. I still
Quick
think it's a
tangent though.
D.
Can we look at the NFL coaches picture?
Oh, of course, of course. Quick intermission. We're gonna go look at that.
They learned from last year and didn't show show Sean Payton's massive hog.
He didn't even show up, man. He didn't even show
God.
up. Can I get a full can I get a full screen here? No? There we go. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, that's super low res. That's okay.
Dan
It's
Campbell's
good
looking
enough.
good, man.
Dan Campbell just looks he looks like what you think he'd look like.
Just think
Who's that
him and
chunky guy in
Antonio
the top
Pierce.
left?
Top left. That's Antonio Pierce.
Oh, of course, of course. And is that Raheem Morris next time?
Yep, Raheem Morris. Let's see. Wait, actually, hold on. I can we name every single guy on this list?
I
Mike
forget
Daniel.
sometimes, man.
Daniel's like, I know Dan Campbell.
All right, here we go.
Wait, Mike
I'll
McDaniel and
go
Mike
left to
McDonald are
right
next to each other.
from bottom to top. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Mike McDaniel, Mike
Mm-hmm.
McDonald, both
Yeah.
Mikes. Matt LaFleur,
Sean McVay,
Sean McVay,
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott, John Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, Andy Reid.
Of course, Andy Reid is a home run
I
too,
can't
man.
see. That one's pretty pixelated.
And there's Canales.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
that's
Canales. Yep.
Canales. Is that Bill? Is that Callahan?
That is Callahan, yeah.
Okay, I took a guess there. That's Frank Reich? No, he got fired. He got fired. Oh, shoot.
Is that
That's
Sean
funny.
Payton?
He is wearing the colors though.
Is that Sean Payton?
It's not Sean Payton.
That
Although
looks like Sean Payton.
that's not far off, but it's not Sean Payton.
Oh, Dennis Allen.
Yep, Dennis Allen.
There we go.
Bruh.
Kevin Stefanski. Um, why am I Doug
Doug
Peterson.
Peterson.
I cannot tell who that is. Oh, yeah. I always forget his name though. You know, I've always fucked up his name.
Yeah.
Cardinals head coach.
Jonathan Gannon. Yep.
Jonathan Gannon. I always forget that. Brian Dable looking short and fat. Dan Quinn. Robert Saleh, who's looking pissed off. Gerard Mayo. Oh, tough one. I can't. Let me think about this one. Is that Kevin O'Connell? No. Is it Kevin O'Connell?
It's not Kevin O'Connell.
Oh, Daniel got this one.
Inc.
Can you give me a division? Oh, that's Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
That's what Zach Taylor looks like.
To
Yeah.
be honest, Beau, I have never seen him without a hat.
That's fair. That's fair. He's always wearing a hat on game days.
I don't know who that next guy is.
It's the beefiest man in the NFL, Man Campbell.
Wait.
Todd
Actually, have
Bowles.
you guys read like the Barstool Big Cat like article he does every single year when this picture comes out and he like gives an award to every coach for how they're dressed? It's
No, what he
funny
give to
it's
the give
funny
to
how
Zach Taylor.
how long it took you to get Zach Taylor because his award for Zach Taylor was like, oh look, it's Zach Taylor. And his like brief was like, sometimes I forget Zach Taylor coached in a Super Bowl. He did that, didn't he? And that was it.
And he was a quarterback for a dominant run of Nebraska football.
Yeah. He was a Heisman Trophy finalist at one point in his
he was a
career.
finalist. Wow.
Well, I mean, he was like in the top 5, but yeah.
Okay, he was on the stage, but hey, that's still pretty impressive. Um, oh, don't know who that is.
Is that Todd Bowles?
It is Todd Bowles.
Oh, Todd Bowles. I forget he's a head coach sometimes.
Yeah.
It's gotta
D'Amico
be D'Amico
Ryans.
Ryans, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure that's not Jonathan Gannon?
I
Oh
know
wait, no,
that's not
that's Jonathan
Gannon.
Gannon down there for sure.
Yeah.
Who the hell is that?
Is that Shane Steichen?
It is Shane Steichen.
Wow, they have the same bad hair.
They do. They were,
It's
and
kinda
they
true,
both came from
dude.
Philly.
I was gonna say that's
That
what Philly
guy,
does
that
to
looks
you.
like Brett Coleman when it's all pixelated like this.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck that is. It's Brett Coleman. Um,
Is
Zach
that Kevin
Taylor
O'Connell?
or Kevin O'Connell.
It is Kevin O'Connell. Yeah.
I thought he was
Kyle
skinnier.
Shanahan?
Yep. Kyle Shanahan.
Antonio Pierce and Raheem Morris. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So McVay didn't want to show off. See, look at all these coaches being careful where their hands are in the front row.
Yep. Yep. They knew what they were doing.
They
knew what
got
they were
told to
doing
do
this
that.
year.
They got told. I bet you they got told to do that because of last year's embarrassment
Yep.
of showing off Sean McVay's massive hog, and then Andy Reid's wearing his Tommy Bahama. Never change. Never
Kevin
change, coach.
Stefanski looks like he doesn't know how to sit.
Kevin Stefanski kind of looks like that Chad meme a little bit with
A
that
little
beard
bit.
in
I
his
can see
face
it.
and the
Yeah.
hair and like the haircut style.
Yeah.
Who else looks kind
You
of
know
funny?
what? You know what? The great thing about NFL head coach and this picture specifically is it reminds you that Mike McDaniel and Dan Campbell have the same job.
Okay, who the fuck is
It's
Jim
true.
Harbaugh to sit in the front row though, or in the middle, front middle?
It's where his brother was sitting, and he's like, I gotta sit next to my brother.
That's fair. But oh my gosh, John looks so much better than Jim. And that's
Oh
totally
yeah.
what college football does to you,
Yeah.
especially because he was on the hot seat too.
I'm pretty sure Jim's the younger brother too,
I
isn't he?
think so.
I don't know.
You can look that up. I
Wikipedia.
think so too.
Wikipedia. John Harbaugh, 1962. Wait, so September 23rd, 1962.
He's
Okay, I remember that.
61.
He looks
He looks
good
kinda
for
good for 61,
61.
man.
Yep, look at that. And then Jim Harbaugh, December 23rd, 1963.
That's so weird
He's
that they
younger.
didn't go to Stanford.
They were born how many? 14 months apart? No, 15 months apart, basically. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa. This
But
is new information to me. Look where Jim's first coaching stop was.
Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers.
I saw my boy Big Red when I was watching Western Kentucky hoops. I saw
There
him.
you go. There you go.
He's in the Colts Ring of Honor. He won comeback player of the year, just like Gino.
There you go. Just like Joe Burrow.
Gino was a more deserving
He came back from
comeback player of the
sucking.
year than I do. That discourse was pretty funny though when that was going on. What did Gino come back from? Sucking?
No, I always love the
And they were right.
and literally like the DeMar Hamlin versus Joe Flacco literally re-engaged this debate. There should be a comeback player of the year and a most improved player.
Yeah, that's a good
And I
point.
think there should be, honestly.
I think we need to get rid of the award MVP, replace it with the best quarterback. So you got best quarterback, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. No MVP.
But then how will Lamar stands defend him on Twitter?
Miles
He
Garrett
says
should have
he was
been
the best
MVP.
quarterback.
Hey, Beau, Miles Garrett should have been MVP.
No, he should have been MVP.
Who?
DeMar Hamlin.
You know who should have been
As soon as
MVP?
they did, I'm just imagining. Wait, hold on. They don't give DeMar Hamlin the comeback player of the year. Everyone's furious. How can they stand by this? Roger Goodell walks up to that stage in Las Vegas and says, "Your 2023 NFL MVP is DeMar Hamlin." He played like 3 snaps all year.
Yeah, that's the same amount as Aaron Rodgers.
That's true. That is true.
You know who should have been MVP is Robbie Chosen.
Robbie Joseph. He should have been. He should have been. He actually it should have been Chase Claypool. Let's be real.
Mapletron.
Gosh. But that brilliantly segues into our next team here. So
Hey, Savon.
the Miami Dolphins, a lot of re-signings here. Hey, they got Johnny Smith. Shockingly, didn't go sign with the Steelers.
Even Russ's favorite target.
Would have been. He also would have been Arthur Smith's favorite fantasy leech.
Shaq
Let's
Barrett.
see. Aaron
It's so
Brewer.
funny how the Arthur Smith tenure ended in Atlanta. It ended with a QB sneak going for yards and a big fight and him feeding the ball to Johnny Smith. That's just hilarious.
Yep, there you go. They got their Connor Williams replacement, Aaron Brewer. Yay. Shaq Barrett, it's funny. Bradley Chubb and Jalen
Oh,
Phillips are both hurt right now, so they replaced him with another edge rusher who has had injury questions right now. So that's smart.
and play with the Broncos too.
And play with the Broncos. I didn't think about that.
Hey,
Neville
they got
Gallimore.
stud linebacker Jordan Brooks.
I've signed a bunch of mid-level defensive linemen, that's for
I
sure.
wonder what they could have done with that money.
Jordan Brooks, they spent a lot of money on Jordan Brooks. Holy
I wonder
cow.
what they could have done with that money. Totally not resign their best defensive player.
Christian Wilkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot believe Kendall Fuller is still in the league and getting $8 million.
Kendall Fuller was good last year. That's actually a pretty good pickup for them.
He's pretty old though. He's definitely north of 30.
He's getting there. I think he's probably like high 20s, but I think you're right. In that range. Nick Needham brought back. Jordan Poyer stolen
Good
from a
ad.
rival. Siren Neal stolen from a rival. Brought back the punter. So as far as big additions here go, Johnny Smith, Aaron Brewer, Shaq Barrett, Jordan Brooks, Kendall Fuller, Jordan Poyer.
Never heard anyone call Jordan Brooks a big addition before.
Losses. Oh man, Robbie Chosen. How do you go?
And Chase Claypool.
Cedric Wilson's a good player. That one's not a joke.
Yeah, but there's they already had a Cedric Wilson, a better Cedric Wilson on the team.
There you
His
go.
name's Tyreek Hill.
I forgot
Robert
Tyler
Hunt
Croft
would
was
be a
still in the
decent
league.
loss for
Me
them.
too. Robert Hunt.
Robert
I liked
Hunt's
him
a
coming
pretty
out of the
big
draft.
loss. Connor Williams hasn't signed anywhere yet. He actually had a good year for them.
Mhm.
Justin Houston still playing football?
Melvin Ingram still playing
Jeez,
football.
Justin-
Holy crap! Look at
I
this.
cannot believe both of those players are still playing football.
They were both on the Dolphins last year.
Raekwon
It's a
Davis.
couple 14-year vets.
Honestly, I would have brought in Raekwon Davis for 5-tech.
Andrew
But
Van
hey, you know who
Ginkel.
we got at home? We got Mike Morris, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
Mike
go.
Morris. That's all you need. Andrew Van Ginkel, Loss,
Very
Raekwon
funny
Davis, Christian
Very
Wilkins.
very goofy Dutch name. Love it.
He's a good
Like,
player, though. He's
He
a good
is.
player.
He is. He's very undersized edge, but it's like
Yeah,
you know, Dutch people already have goofy last names, but it has to be Ginkel. Like really?
that's rough. That's a rough. Hey, you know where he went to school? Hold on, Tess. Where do you go to school?
I know where Alex Anzalone went to school, and I always mix the two up. Alex Anzalone went to Florida.
Yeah, Van Ginkel did not go to Florida.
I don't know.
Wisconsin.
University of the Netherlands.
Wisconsin, basically the same thing.
He went to Wisconsin. Of course, they were churning out 3-4 white edges at
Yeah.
that era under Paul
TJ
Chryst.
Watt, most notably.
Hey, and who was his running buddy on the other side though? Who's solid?
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I can't place his name right now.
I think he went to the Saints.
Zach Bond?
No, that was
Well,
later.
he's not white, so
That was later.
yeah, it was later.
I
I
don't
couldn't
remember.
think. It'll come
You know
to
who was
us.
the D-line coach at that time, though, I believe?
Who?
Inoke Breckterfield.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
realize he was in Wisconsin. That's
Yeah.
crazy. There you go. Lost Christian Wilkins,
Big
lost
loss.
Jerome Baker. Let's see. Lost Eli Apple. That's gonna cripple the defense.
Just like every receiver in the league for like 1 month absolutely hated Eli Apple. And Eli
he was
Apple kind of went on a insanity run of being good for
he
a
was
bit
he
too.
was a king shit talker,
He
man. He was a
was.
king shit talker.
I'll eat some crow though. I liked him coming out of the draft though. I
He
thought
he had some good years in Cincinnati, man.
he
You know,
did.
people hate on him, but he had some good years in
He,
Cincinnati.
you know, he was doing a lot of talking though. But
Oh
it
yeah.
was like, but like all the people clapping back at him after the Super Bowl is very much Jamal Adams smoking a cigar in Cabo when the Rams lost to the Packers. Like that's what like he still lost.
Yeah, right. Um Eli, so Bethel, Howard, Deshaun Elliott, Brandon Jones. And I'm not really moved by those safety losses. I think
They're
they
losing
upgraded at
all these
safety.
players to pay Tua.
Yep. Yeah. So getting into the grade here, lost a lot. I mean, they at least signed guys that are fine, but I'm just
Losing Christian Wilkins makes it
so you
hard for
can
me
pay
not to
Tua.
give them a D.
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel, what are you thinking?
Where did you guys grade the Dolphins?
I'm
We
putting them
haven't
at
yet. We haven't
D.
graded. Rob gave him a D.
Rob's D. Same argument with the Bills, though. I put them in a C. Like, honestly, if we were getting really technical, Buffalo and Miami are both C minuses in my book.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Do we want to
Um,
add? Do we want because we
no,
could
no,
No,
no.
I'm just saying, like, out of technicality, but we shouldn't.
okay. Okay.
I think losing Christian Wilkins gives them a worse free agency than the Bills. That's a star at a
I
premium
agree.
position.
I
That's
agree.
fair.
And young too. At least the Bills losses were all kind of younger. So
Yeah, they rather paid Sealer and Tua than Christian Wilkins.
yeah.
That's
So
an
moving
oopsie.
on, moving on to New England here. And you know what? And maybe this isn't fair, but the
Tank
Bills
job.
and Dolphins are both going for Super Bowls right now. The Patriots are very much
Rebuilding.
tanking,
Yeah. Oh
rebuilding.
yeah.
So
And
we're grading them on a bit of a curve.
I agree. I completely agree. I think like spoiler alert, I'll probably give them a B because they didn't make any bad signings.
So talking
I like
here,
Jacoby Brissett coming in.
I do like. I think that's a good for a bridge quarterback. He's a
Hmm.
fantastic bridge quarterback.
Oh yeah.
I
They
like I like
they
the Antonio Gibson signing too. I think he's an
Mhm.
underrated back.
Yeah, and for
they
only
definitely
11,
overpaid Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper a little bit.
Yeah.
a little bit, but I mean, yeah, especially
Owenwu
Henry. But I mean,
Owenwu was a
Hooper,
good keep.
that's nothing. That's twice the vet minimum,
That's
basically.
that's more than Pharaoh Brown got paid
I
for the
guess.
same role.
I really like the KJ
Um,
Osborne
And
signing,
younger.
honestly.
you're
That's a
getting
good
Antonio
receiver for
Gibson
them.
for less than 4 mil a year, though. That's pretty sweet.
That's a good deal. Yeah.
Yeah. KJ Osborne. I like KJ Osborne actually. I know that was like a
He's
one
good.
year super small contract, but I actually like that signing a lot.
Josh Uche for 3 mil.
That's a
That's a good
steal.
sign.
That's
See
a
how many
steal.
talkie in that defense is gonna be fun.
Yep,
If they
Taki
I think they'll
Taki's a good
continue that
signing.
that, basically dime defense.
hmm I know Armon Watts, that was a guy that Pittsburgh really liked and tried to bring back. So thank you for that. Overall,
It's not bad.
solid additions. No stars, no stars,
They
but
did what
yeah,
they needed to do and they didn't
a
overpay.
handful of
It's a
solid
B.
additions. And then losses, talking losses here. Mac Jones, addition by subtraction. Zeke Elliott, Devontae Parker. Okay, who cares? Pharaoh Brand, no offense.
Yeah, no,
Doesn't
that's what was
move
my
me.
reaction when we signed him.
Yeah. Mike Gesicki,
Kind
Trent
of looking at this
Brown.
list, I think Mike Gesicki's probably the only loss.
Trent
hmm
Brown.
Probably
Even
Trent
then,
Brown too, but you can sign someone.
I can't believe Lawrence Guys don't like Miles Bryant signed today. Solid
Yeah, he
player.
did. So this should be up. Texans. He's with the Texans. JC Jackson's still out there. This time 2 years ago, we were talking about him as like a $20 million a year guy, and look how that's gone.
I was at the game that ruined his career.
There you go. There you go.
Marquise Goodwin did it to him.
Yeah. Matthew Slater, GOAT special teamer.
yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah, and good guy, great locker room guy. Honestly, yeah, honestly, Patriots for me,
That's a B.
that's B. That's
I think
B.
it's a
They
solid
did
B.
exactly what they
I
needed to
think
do.
for me to get an A, you gotta really do something.
I
This
can
is
think of one
taking care of
team
your
right
job.
now that I know I'm gonna give an A, but we'll get there.
I wonder who that is. I'll have to think about that. Oh, it's the Chicago Bears, of course.
It is the Chicago Bears. It is actually they get an ass. They're gonna get an ass. Also, spoiler alert. But moving on to
Tyrod got 9 million. What?
that's pretty insane for a back.
What
Did
world are
he
we
got more
in?
than Brissett did? Right? Hold on, let me scroll
Just
back up here.
draft
Oh yeah,
somebody.
He got more than Brissett. Wait, actually, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He
No, they got
got
the same. They got the same.
2
That's
years,
He
so
got more
18
too.
weird.
mil versus 1 year, 8 mil. Nope, Tyrod got more.
Okay.
I
Barely,
saw a
basically
really
the
funny
same.
meme of who would win, and it's like a picture of like the Jets signings versus turf.
Hey, you know what? They're getting grass for the World Cup, so maybe they'll stick with
Yeah,
it
what in 3 years?
in 3 years. Yeah, 2 years, 2 years. 2024 now, 2026 in 2 years,
Always
but
confuses
in
me.
3 seasons. In 3 seasons,
Hey,
and they probably won't even
Tyron
keep it.
Smith,
They're gonna put the
he's not
turf right
going to
back
get
in.
quality back shots here.
New
All in
York
my
back shots are
ass.
nothing like Dallas back.
Yeah, these are a lot of old players. Greg Zuerlein, Thomas Morstead, Tyron Smith, Morgan Moses, Mike Williams, Tyrod Taylor. This would be a pretty good class in 2018.
I will say though, they really need to improve the offensive line, and they did.
It's very stopgap. It's very we're going
No,
to
it definitely is
it's
very
there
stopgap, but
the Jets really like went from a good long-term build to we're going to do another rebuild once Aaron Rodgers retires
yeah.
pretty
Oh yeah,
quickly.
100%. Well, to be
And
fair, the
then
long-term plan was built around Zach Wilson, and that
it's
wasn't
true.
working.
And then that plus discarded 49ers off defensive lineman, Javon Kinlaw, Solomon Thomas.
Yep. Yeah, both of them. Yeah, look at that. I
But
will give them credit though. Their offensive line is going to be a lot better next year. Mike Williams, I think, is a solid pickup as a wide receiver too. Much better than freaking Allen Lazard, that's for sure. Their losses, Brett Rippon, Trevor Siemian. I mean, it
Brett
shows
Rippon was like
something.
on 5 different teams last year.
Yeah. CJ Uzama,
Al Woods, Quentin
Makai
Jefferson,
Becton. Hey, remember when he was really good as a rookie?
Dwayne Brown. Yeah, like let's be honest. How different is Dwayne Brown and Billy Turner to Morgan Moses and
No, man. Tyron Smith and
Tyron
Morgan
Smith?
Moses. Morgan Moses was one of the best right tackles in the league last year.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying they're both old. You're
No,
all
I
four
mean,
of them
yeah,
are
from an
old.
age standpoint, yeah, they didn't get any younger, that's for sure. But they did get better. Carl Lawson, geez, there's a couple former Bengals that left for big paydays on this Jets team. That
I
didn't seem
can't
to
believe
work out.
Al Woods is still in the league.
Yeah, he should probably retire. Chuck Clark. Oh, Chuck Clark, there you go. Ashton
Ashton
Davis.
Davis, Cal, Boo,
None of these losses really
Bryce
sway me.
Hall.
Jordan Whitehead's a pretty big loss, actually, at the bottom of this list. He's a good player still. Mm, did they do anything? They
Jordan
didn't really
Whitehead,
do
the dude that
anything.
picked off Josh Allen 3 times in the opener.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Mm-hmm. Went back to the Bucks because he came from the Bucks. I don't know, boys. What are we thinking?
That's a C for me.
I think it's a solid C.
I agree. I
No
think
huge losses, no huge ads.
until we got to Jordan Whitehead, I was thinking maybe a B, and then I realized they lost one of their better defensive backs and did nothing to replace him. So that's a C. That's a C. Getting to the hood
Bo's
division, the
division.
AFC North. Holy crap, look at this list of losses for the Ravens. We'll talk about that in a
Ziegler,
second.
That was
man.
the year for that was the year.
That was the year. Yep. So the Ravens here. Josh Johnson, Derrick Henry. There you go. There's your big signing. They improved at running back.
Nelson Aguilar not dropping
Nelson
his
Aguilar
pen.
brought back Josh Jones.
Matabike did what they had to do. That was
Yeah,
their biggest.
yeah.
That was the biggest guy they had to bring back.
Brought back Urban. Got a special teamer in Chris Board. Resign Malik Harrison, probably compete for the starting job next to Roquan. Resign slot
Striker's
corner Arthur
Queen's
Small.
gone. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. Little heart.
He's been a white whale for me.
Who is
Brent
Brett Urban?
Urban. Yeah. Just a very weird person to be a white whale too.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. And
jeez.
the losses.
Whew.
Huntley, Cook, Dobbins, Edwards. Okay, I know Dobbins is always hurt, but Edwards and Dobbins combined.
I wonder what J.K. Dobbins' medical grades were like coming out of
Guess we'll
college.
never know. Apparently, he was fully cleared today by the doctor he was working with, though. Melvin Gordon, geez, that was 4 running backs alone. Odell already said he's not coming back, but no big deal there. Devin Duvernay lost their kick returner and punt returner there.
Oh, Tyler
Montrell,
Ott.
Morgan Moses lost 3/5 of their starting offensive line.
Yeah, that's
Um,
bad. That's a bad one.
lost both their starting edge rusher. Actually, that's not entirely true because I know OA is still working in there.
What about
Bowser.
David Ojabo?
Yeah, I mean he's been more rotational for
Yeah,
him
I
though.
know. I remember we thought it'd be good.
Yeah, he still might be. He still might be, but yeah. Bowser, Queen left to a division rival. Darby left. Yusin hasn't signed anywhere. Geno Stone, obviously, I know about that one. And they lost their long snapper to the commies.
That's former
Um,
Seahawks, Tyler Ott.
yep,
He wore
that
number
is.
69 for years.
There you go. All right, boys. There is absolutely no way I can be objective with this one, so I'll let you guys lead it off.
I mean, I
That's
think
a
it's like Bills
C.
Dolphins tier. It's like C minus basically.
Yeah, C
Like
minus,
the
D
core of the
plus.
team is still there,
Being
but
able
they
to keep
lost a
Matabike
lot.
was huge.
That is true.
But there was just so many losses that, like, was there much they could do? That's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
I kind of see that very similar as the Bills. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with the D. Probably C minus D plus.
C minus D plus.
I put it
I'd put
above
these all
both.
three kind of in the same level.
Yeah.
I will
Like
put
not
I'll
much you
put the
could do.
Ravens ahead just because
They
they did
didn't
keep
lose.
Matabike and they
Yes.
got Derrick Henry.
Yes, I agree. That's a very borderline one for me, but we'll be strict
Mhm.
with our tiers.
Yeah. So moving on to America's team.
Wrong
The
cat.
Wow, that's
team
a
of
short
people
list
that
of
eat
losses.
weird chili.
Here we go. So Zach Moss. So they did, is Mixon on the list here? Yeah, Mixon's on the list. Okay, so additions: Zach Moss, kept T. Higgins, brought back
For
Irwin,
now.
Gesicki, Hudson, Sample. Got all. I mean, shoot, man. Brought in the whole tight end room from last year, except you replace Irv Smith with Mike Gesicki. I'll take that.
Upgrade.
Trent Brown, upgraded right tackle. Brought back Cody Ford, swing guard. Sheldon Rankins, good 3 tech. Brought back Keem Davis Gaither, got Von Bell back, Brian Geno Stone. There you go. Losses. AJ McCarron. Have fun. St. Louis Battlehawks, my friend. You deserve it. Joe Mixon. Ring honor someday. We'll miss you. Same with Tyler Boyd. Jonah. Bye. DJ Reader. That one hurts. That one hurts. I'm not
He's
gonna
gonna
lie.
cook. He's gonna cook, man.
That one hurts a little bit. That one hurts a little bit. Josh Tupou, Chidobe Awuzie is kind of on the back end of his career. Nick Scott's fucking terrible. I
Shout out to Mitchell Wilcox for fumbling in that UCF USF 2017 game. That was a really fun game.
yeah, there you go. I'm gonna do, and I'll just go first. I think I'm going to give the Bengals the grade that is their logo. I'm gonna give them a B, a high B, but a B.
I'd give him a B plus, if not an A minus. The only thing is DJ Reader.
If they had found a way to keep DJ Reader, this would be an A.
I agree. I agree. Very good, really good ads, and
Mhm.
cut some chaff.
Yep.
I'd
Daniel.
probably give him around like a B minus.
At a real damn good price too.
Mhm.
Geno Stone at that. I think the league must not think it's super high of Geno Stone if you got him for that price.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's about the same rate that like Cam Curl and like
Why the fuck did we pay Jamal 18 million a year? God
yeah. I
damn
think
it.
the safety market was just like absolutely just
Yeah,
supply and
we paid him
demand.
at the peak of the safety market.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta buy
God damn it.
low, man. You gotta buy
Buy
low.
low, yeah. They lost that
Uh,
philosophy. They got desperate.
yep. So there you go. Well, B plus, B, and B, that averages out to, or B minus, that averages out to a B. So perfect. The Brownies, talking Cleveland.
Why are they bringing
Um,
in all those quarterbacks? Jeez.
and they still have DTR too.
That is so weird.
I got the answer.
You know what they should have
It's
done?
Browns.
Just keep Joe
That's
Flacco.
true. They could have just kept Joe Flacco. Yeah, how is it that they brought in Tyler Huntley, Jameis Winston? They still have Deshaun. They still have DTR. The best quarterback in that room the whole time was Joe Flacco, who they let walk out the door.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, but it's all good because PJ Walker's gone.
That is true. PJ Walker's
yeah, he actually lost to the Seahawks this year. He lost to Jamal Adams noggin.
Oh gosh,
His
yeah,
team
the
wasn't that
reverse.
bad, man.
He was being such an ass about after that too. So I was watching Messi play FIFA. It's like, oh my God. And now they're talking about bringing him back. It's like,
Are they
no.
really? Oh,
Yes.
I saw a joke account tweet that out.
Nope.
I didn't realize it
Nope.
was serious.
And it wouldn't be at safety though, at linebacker. Oh my
Oh
God.
gosh, if that happens, we need Daniel. I need you to go do a welfare check on
Yeah.
Rob.
If Jamal Adams comes back, you gotta come check in on me, man. I want him gone so bad.
Um,
Stay away.
Deontay, let's see, yeah, Deontay Foreman, I think pretty good get. Naeem Hines is a
He'll do
kick
good in that
returner.
system being spelling Nick Chubb.
Yeah, yeah, I like
I
that.
think they overpaid for Jerry Judy, though.
Oh, they
Oh
definitely
yeah.
overpaid for Jerry Judy.
The
The trade
trade.
is fine. Trade's fine. The contract is ridiculous.
I think the trade was probably that low because Judy wanted that contract.
Mhm.
Ooh.
A lot of re-signings here. Quinn Jefferson.
Two of those players were on that awful 22 Seahawks defense.
Mm-hmm.
Th
Mm-hmm.
no, only two of those. Devin Bush
Shelby and
too.
Quentin.
Yeah.
And Devin Bush was last
He
year
was
though.
not good last year,
Yeah, Devin Bush sucks. Jordan Hicks is not inspiring there. Tony Brown, Rodney McLeod, Cade York is back. I mean,
man.
the big thing here that this whole offseason, or at least this whole group of acquisitions, kind of hinges on is Jerry Judy. If he's good for you, this is a good crop. If not, this becomes a very mediocre crop.
Mm.
And as far as losses go, they didn't lose a whole lot either. I mean, Jeff Driscoll, Joe Flacco,
They're definitely
PJ.
still from that West Coast offense tradition of carrying a million quarterbacks.
Mhm. They didn't really lose a whole lot. I'll give them that.
Rick Harris.
Okay, they lost Brick Harris, who wasn't even starting for them over
Sione
in Seahawks.
Talkie
Great,
was
Ethan
good.
Posich.
God, we didn't trade him. We just
No.
never used him right. But like, it's also weird. Like, he was never being able to really be a good mover as a center and strong. But then he goes to a very man or gap scheme heavy offense and does great. It's like, what happened here?
Mhm. I think for the Browns, I don't think they got better. I also don't think they got worse. That screams like pure C to me.
I agree.
Yeah. See.
There you go. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, they had an off season.
They
Oh,
had
they
an
had
off season. The
crazy off
drama,
season.
let's will the drama's going to them.
Here we go. Fields comes in to be the backup quarterback. Russell Wilson comes in to be the starting quarterback. Van Jefferson, okay. Cordero Patterson, that's going to be valuable with the new kickoff rules. Montrevis, okay. Patrick Queen,
You know,
okay.
the Ravens losing Queen and Stone is one thing, but losing both of them to your divisional rivals is pretty rough.
That is rough. That is rough. It's like I said, imagine that locker room culture must be toxic.
I do think the league probably doesn't view them as highly as fans do.
Probably not. But Stone's the exact type of guy that Anarumo likes to cook with. So I'm big on it. I like it. Queen, Dante Jackson has had his moments last year. Not a good year for him. It wasn't a good year for most guys that wore Carolina Panthers uniform though, so that's fair. Elliott, okay. Killebrew, okay. They upgraded at punter. Presley Harvin, bye bye. He was terrible.
Christian Kuntz.
Christian Kuntz. And then as far as losses go,
That's an elite long snapper name.
that is a really long snapper name. I'm not gonna lie. Losses, they lost their QBs, all three of them. Funny
What?
enough,
Why does every Steelers receiver turn into a diva?
it's undefeated. It's undefeated, my friend. It's undefeated.
There's some mushroom and like some spore or mold in the Steelers
Steelers
receiver
wide
meeting room.
receiver meeting room. Yep. Deontay Johnson. Oh, they lost Allen Robinson. Remember, like 2 years ago when that was gonna be a big get for the Rams,
I
and now
know, yeah.
no
Next to
one is
Cooper
even
Cup.
touching him. Yeah.
That was a big bust. They got out of that quick.
Chukes of Corafor, Mason Cole. They haven't signed a center yet. Oh, that's good. Could be a big JPJ spot in the first round because they have not. I don't know if they have a center on the roster right now. Mason Cole,
Hmm.
Marcus Golden, Armon Watts. Just a bunch of defensive players that no one really wants. Quan, McCall, Michael, Patrick Peterson, Shannon Soul. Yeah, just Keanu Neal.
Old
And,
corners.
and Presley
And it doesn't
Harvin is
matter
terrible.
because that defense runs the front seven and it has for the last 60 years.
Yeah. I think so. My
Wait, no,
stance on the
50.
Steelers, and again, there's no way I can ever be objective when anything involving the Steelers comes up. They upgraded at quarterback by like this much. They downgraded at wide receiver by like this much. I mean, TJ Watt was winning them ball games last year. It's going to be the same this way. I think they did upgrade on defense with Patrick Queen and Dante Jackson. I think that makes me think, okay, this is solid. So I'm gonna give him like a B minus. I'm gonna give him the
Give them
back
B
end
as
of
well.
B's.
You upgraded at the most important position at a very cheap cost.
Yeah,
That's
agreed.
the biggest logic there. As much as I am a Russ apologist.
Yeah.
So how objective am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Daniel.
hate seeing on the Steelers though. That one sucks. At least it's not the Niners.
Yeah. Daniel, how we feeling?
Yeah, like B minus C plus even. Kind of like that low mid tier.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. All right, on to the next division, the AFC South, where
Gosh,
we
we
lead
gotta do this a
off.
little faster. This is dragging.
Yeah, we
Maybe
gotta
we do
speed this
AFC
up.
today and NFC on Thursday.
That's a good call. That's a
Let's
good
say.
call.
Let's do
This
that.
this is taking a while.
It's gonna take a while. Okay, we'll do AFC today. We'll cut it. We'll finish up the NFC on Thursday.
Yeah.
So here we go. Houston, Joe Mixon, Noah
That
Brown.
was a weird one.
Yeah, I don't get getting him an extension.
Could-
Trade, fine. The extension was weird. Let's see. Noah Brown brought back Dalton Sherrill. It's okay.
Settle's a
Nico
good
Autry.
4-3-1 tech.
I like Nico Autry.
Nico Autry's great. Yeah, he's a really good player.
Mario Edwards. Brought him
Aziz
in.
Al-Shaair is gonna be great for him.
Danielle Hunter. Foley Fatakusi or Fadukasi. There we
Gosh,
go.
they brought in two busted corners.
Yeah,
Henderson
they
and
did.
Okuda.
And this
Are they from
time
the
4 years
same class?
ago, we were talking about CJ Henderson, Jeff Okuda's top 10 draft picks, and now they're just total busts. Sorry, Daniel.
Yeah,
It's
that was
okay.
all
That
of
wasn't
us.
that wasn't Man Campbell. That was the bad man.
It was. It's very much of those Shanahan solid teams. Really,
Mhm.
they don't invest in corner at all, other than
Lonald.
Sauce. But
You
he's
think
had some
Lonnie? You think
interesting.
Lonnie is short for Lonald?
Look him up. Let's see his full name. Lonnie Johnson.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if it's not Lonnie Johnson.
Oh, there's a junior.
No, Lonnie is his real first name.
I don't know.
That's
Click
a
it. Expand. Damn.
that's a real letdown. I'm not gonna lie.
I wonder what would be. I think it might be short for Leonard, maybe.
It probably is. It probably is.
But speaking of corners in the Sala Shanahan system, you guys see good old Sauce Gardner in the news lately?
Oh gosh,
That was dumb.
that
That
was
was
bad.
so stupid.
That was bad.
You guys control the world. It's like, oh man.
Yikes.
especially playing in New York. Good one, buddy. He just constantly puts his foot in his mouth.
Not a great look. Not a great look. Not a
Yeah.
great look.
And you're media trained. Why bring that up? Why even bring that up?
Not great. Not a great look. Not a great look. Um, let's see.
That
Yeah, and then I
that's
brought back a
another
lot of DBs. Look how
that's
many DBs they
another
brought back.
moment that solidifies that Tariq Woolen's better than Sauce. He's gonna be good this year. He had a down year because of Pete.
Okay, but he's not better than Sauce.
Yes, he is. He's better. He had more picks.
Okay. Emmanuel Forbes had the most picks.
Didn't have
He's
as
not the
many
best
as
corner last
didn't
year.
have as many as Tariq the year before.
Yeah, Kaimi
Tariq corner is the
Fairbairn.
best corner of all time. Tariq Woolen's better than Cam Sutton.
Okay. I don't think you're getting a lot of pushback on that
Oh,
one.
dude,
Hey,
Cam
man.
Sutton is going to be playing with is going to be playing with
He's gonna be playing with the
Patrick
Meme
Mahomes
Machine
and
team
CJ
that
Stroud's dad.
My
he's gonna
God,
be playing with the Adam Sandler's team from The Longest Yard.
Oh
Jesus
yeah,
Christ, man.
cheeseburger ready, baby.
I was gonna say, I don't think Cam Sutton should
I
be one
love
without
the Adam
other
Sandler
NFL
longest
players at this
yard.
point.
It's a good movie. No,
Chris
Cam
Rock being
Sutton.
half a star of danger.
Cam Sutton's keys and that's did you hear the story? He was literally with the Lions trainers when
Yeah,
he got the
No, when it's
call.
oh no.
he was
And
in
he
the
told
weight
they
room.
and then he
Yeah,
told him, and he was like, they were like, God, man, you have to go turn yourself in. And he was like, and he just left the team facility and they never heard from him again.
I'm not gonna lie. Want to hear like a young chubby story? Was I really loved my favorite character in The Longest Yard was Cheeseburger Eddie because he was I was like, oh man, he smuggles in all that McDonald's stuff that rocks.
Yeah, you want to be your best friend.
When they got something from a cake that they smuggled in, I was like, why are they throwing away this good cake? They just went right into it.
You never
I
survive.
man,
Never survive in prison, my friend.
I gotta watch Longest Yard.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie. I haven't
Oh,
thought
it's
about
not the
that one in a
original
while.
one though.
No,
Chris
the
Berman's
original's
in
from like
it.
the 70s. Burt Reynolds, yeah.
Chris Berman's in it. Oh, it's cool that Chris Reynolds or Burt Reynolds does the 2 point conversion in the end.
Hmm.
Gets the piss knocked out of him.
That's right. Losses for the Texans. I mean, it's kind of funny. They gained Joe Mixon, lost Devin Singletary. They lost some O-linemen, but no starters. I don't think Josh Jones was starting for them.
Good old Kareem Jackson.
Yeah, look at them. Still kicking around.
Well, didn't he get suspended twice this year
Yeah.
and cut?
Yeah. They didn't really no, I guess you could use Danico Autry as a 3-tech because they lost Malik Collins and Sheldon Rankins, 2 3-techs, but they brought in Danico Autry, so they're
Well, then
probably fine there.
you got Tim Settle as your one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good one tech.
Lost Blake Cashman. That hurts. That hurts. He was really good from
He
last year.
was. Their linebacker play for like who those players were was pretty damn good.
No, it was Denzel Perryman too. Another good guy or a good year for them.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
D'Amico Ryans schemed the hell out of that defense.
and they lost their punter. Although Brown and Townsend, so I guess they didn't. They weren't tripping because they got one of the best punters in the league. So, Texans. I don't know, man. I think. I feel like their losses they mostly supplemented. Like they didn't lose really any starters that they didn't immediately bring in a replacement for. Like they lost Blake Cashman, but they brought in Azeez Al-Shaair. I guess they didn't
Honestly,
replace
that's an
Denzel
upgrade.
Perryman, but like they've already got Christian Harris. They're fine there.
It's a they're a splash away from being an A. They really could have made they should have made a big
Mhm.
splash. It's cheap quarterback time.
I guess you could argue that Danielle Hunter's the splash here.
I'm talking weapons.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
mean, their offensive line's sorted. They got a good O
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
Man, I want them to take a fun receiver. Oh, I wish they could take Rome. CJ Stroud to Rome would be awesome.
yeah. What are we thinking, Daniel?
Texans.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say like B plus. I think they got like
Uh,
some pretty decent signings. I think the main question with them is going to be how they're going to fit together this year
hmm
because they got a pretty like change makeup. But I think like B plus. You could even argue for A too.
It's a
I'm
solid B for
optimistic.
me. You need a splash to be an A, in my
hmm
opinion.
I'm going with B plus. I think so. Right around where Daniel said, B plus, A minus, kind of on the
But I
verge
feel like
there.
the splash in itself shouldn't qualify an A just because not every splash is going to work out, and it's
That's
a lot of
true.
money usually.
That's true.
A
But they're also in
splash
a
isn't
spot where
isn't
they can get
what I mean
splashed.
by splash isn't like super expensive top of market. It's like it's got to be. I don't see any splashes on that. Like Geno Stone, that's a splash for me. Russell Wilson, that's a splash in my opinion. For that contract, it's a
Yeah.
splash.
I guess I would consider Daniel Hunter a splash with that
Oh no, he's getting
context.
older.
I guess. Um, Speaking of getting older, Joe Flacco found a new home in Indianapolis, backing up Anthony Richardson and probably starting some games
Mentor
when
him.
AR O'Neal gets hurt again. Hopefully for not as long this time. But let's face it, with AR's play style, he's always gonna have some bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Trey Sermon, cool. Brought back Michael Pittman on the franchise tag and then signed him to an actual contract, so that's good. Um, a lot of re-signings here. Danny Pinter, Taekwon Lewis, Shenard Avery, Taven Bryan, Raekwon Davis brought in,
My boy.
Grover Stewart, Zaire Franklin, Kenny Moore. Holy crap. It was basically all re-signings for the Colts.
Yeah, pretty quiet offseason for
Very,
them.
very quiet. I
I
mean,
think they're banking on Josh Downs to take a step.
was Joe Flacco and Raekwon Davis, were those their only outside signings? And then their
Yeah, I think so.
losses, Minshew and Flacco, that offsets. Moss, don't need to bring him back with Taylor hopefully being healthy this year. McKenzie, they didn't really replace McKenzie, but he wasn't a major. He was suspended for a good bit of last year, so that doesn't even really matter.
hmm
Jake Martin,
Honestly,
okay.
I thought Isaiah McKenzie was still in the Bills.
There you go. That's and then Julian Blackman, who's still on the market, even though he's a really good player. So,
Who's the Colts defense or defense coordinator?
who is the Colts defense? Is it still Gus Bradley? I want to
So
say
he
it
did
might
a
still
good
be
job,
Gus
whoever it
Bradley.
is.
I'm Googling this real fast. Hold on. I got it over here. I've actually got a spreadsheet saved that tells me all this stuff. Colts defense was, yeah, it was Gus Bradley. They decided to keep him around.
Oh yeah, no, that defense was great last year for how little pieces they had.
Yeah. So shoot, man. They're kind of in the same Browns tier as me.
That's a C
I
for
don't
me.
think they got any better. They also didn't really get any worse.
Yeah, it's a C
They'd
for
probably be
me.
about the same team. Yeah. Daniel.
I think the Colts to B, honestly.
It's cheap quarterback time. Make those splashes when you can.
Yeah, I'll give him a high C. We'll give him a high C. We'll average it out. Um, Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, here we go. Man. All right. McCorkle, free the backup. Didn't have to give up a lot for him, so that's good. Um, I just
God
realized something
damn it,
here.
Joey Slies, their kicker.
But with Mac Jones and Trevor Lawrence, both first round picks from the 2021 draft. So both of them are having their 5th year options decided on this month. It'd be funny if Trent Baalke accidentally exercises the wrong one.
It would be a Trent Baalke thing to do.
He's just like, oh yeah, we exercise Trevor Lawrence and decline Mac Jones, and then
I
you
don't
just
know how he
do the
got
wrong
another
one.
job as a GM, especially with having two number one picks in a row. It's like
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't know how they
and
kept him
didn't
around.
he hire? Isn't he the one who hired Urban?
Yeah, he hired Urban. Yep.
What does he have on people? How does he keep having jobs and not getting fired?
Yeah.
What if he's just
Uh,
really, really charismatic?
That's probably it.
that's exactly what it is. That's exactly. Um,
It's not gonna
I
take
mean,
long.
I always know when I go out to dinner with my good friend Trent Baalke that we're just laughing the whole time.
Shut up.
Um,
Hey, he's part of the reason. He's a big reason why of the absolute tanking of the Niners and the after Harbaugh. So I gotta appreciate him. So I guess he is a good one. He's a real one in my
yeah,
book.
yeah. Let's see. There, Gabe Davis, Devin Duvernay, Mitch Morse, good signing at center. Um,
They needed that. Yeah, that interior line was not good.
mhm. Of course, they brought back Ezra Cleveland, who was a big part of the reason why it was really bad. Um, Eric Armstead,
Good
bringing back,
ad.
bringing
That's gonna
him.
be fun to watch.
Yeah. Ron Darby, Darnell Savage, Joey Sly. A couple solid additions here and there.
Especially Joey Sly in those 70-yard bombs.
Especially Joey Sly. Um,
Fuck you, Ron Rivera.
I like Armstead. I don't like Gabe Davis, but whatever.
Especially in the
Hey, Jamal
context.
Agnew's not around anymore. That's crazy.
Automatic F tier.
Lions should bring him back, honestly.
We already have Khalif Raymond.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you already
Uh-oh.
have Jamal Agnew at home, basically.
They did lose Calvin Ridley, so that trade didn't age well. Um, Tyler
I did that meme of congrats to our lucky better who had Calvin Ridley to the Titans at plus whatever.
Calvin Ridley. Um, let's see. Lost Chase on, not lost. Lost Swoot.
Geez, we're being so mean today.
Who cares? I mean, they really didn't lose a lot. I mean, yeah, Darius Williams is a loss. Rayshon Jenkins is a loss. Foley Fatukasi is a
Yeah,
loss.
we got a good ad. Let's go.
Brandon McManus, even that's a loss.
I'm gonna say, didn't
Especially for
McManus used to be a
Joey.
good
Hey,
kicker?
Brandon McManus could hit those 70-yarders.
True. Are you gonna say Daniel?
What's the all-time record? 60 something?
67. Who hit that, Daniel?
Next team.
Don't you? Oh, that's just mean.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just remembered it was 67, then I remembered who it was against.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I was
it's okay.
watching
I
that
hate
with my
Justin Tucker
dad, and
too.
he just freaked out. It's like, oh my, it's like that was a very Lions thing to happen. It was off the crossbar
no
too.
man, we have a competent franchise now.
That's true.
true.
Those days
And
are
That
over.
was
NFC
the
championships
2021
before the
season when
Cowboys,
y'all were
and we get
tanking.
rule changes.
No, that was
approved.
22. That was 22.
No, it was 21. It was
No, it was
21.
22. 21
It was
was when
21. It was week 3, 2021, when Justin Tucker hit the doink.
I thought it was 22.
It's on the official
Yeah, week 3
YouTube
of
channel.
2021. There you go.
Hold on.
Is this the one that they got their first win against the Vikings, or is that 2020?
Yep,
It
week
was
3 of the
2021. We
2021
got our
season.
first win.
Which was the one that they went winless for a long time?
This was this one right here.
Wow, I really thought it was different. Well, okay, we got to show the kick now. We got to show it.
Do we have
Why?
to? I
I
don't
want to
think we
see it.
have
I
to.
forgot. No, I forgot what it looked like. I want to see. I like seeing records being made.
All right, Daniel. I
Oh,
fought
I'm going to
against this.
compliment the Seahawks today.
Hey,
I
it's
fought
only a
again. For the
66
record,
yarder.
Daniel, I fought
It's a
against
66
this.
yarder. It's not
Okay,
67.
66. For the record, Daniel, I fought against this. I didn't
Hey,
want to
you
see
know
this.
I'm much more pro Lions than Beau is, Daniel.
Oh,
Don't
you
look
know what's
at Beau.
brutal? You
I'm
can see the
pro
fans
Bengals
start
and
to
anti
celebrate.
Seahawks.
You've been anti-Seahawks always. Stop it.
I mean, that is true.
It's brutal in that video is you can see the fans start to celebrate when it hits the upright, and then as soon as it hits the net, you just see the go and you just see him lower. That's sad.
Yeah, I know. Well,
See, okay.
I'm gonna have to watch
Who's
that
the
shit
one
again,
making
man.
me laugh? Who's the one
You
making me
know,
laugh? Beau was the one who made me laugh. He's the bad guy.
I feel like the Justin Tucker kick is one of those moments for me. Like I know where I was when it happened.
Me
I was
too.
so I was at my sister's wedding that weekend, and the day after, I go to this bar and I want to watch the Lions Ravens game. So I watch the first half, and then I go to bed, and I wake up from my nap, and then I wake up from the nap. It's like after 2 minute warning, and then I watch that shit on my TV in the hotel room.
Oh,
Hey, you know what? My sister's wedding was after the Bengals Texans game last year, and I was pissed. And I had to put on a happy face and pretend that I wasn't annoyed.
fall weddings are horrible.
Sisters'
Or
weddings. Don't go to a sister's
we
wedding if it's
better.
during football season.
I was
Okay,
gonna say,
we got
let's
to commit
just
to this right
stop our
now.
sisters from getting
When
married
we
next
when
time.
we have our weddings, we will have spring weddings.
Spring weddings. Or like put in the February between the Super Bowl and the combine.
You want a wedding in February?
I would be down to have a wedding in February if it's during like the.
Where though?
I was gonna say you got to go to like Mexico or something,
Yeah.
I live in
somewhere
Arizona, my
tropical.
friends.
So yeah, basically Mexico.
Basically Mexico.
Arizona.
That's
I don't
fair.
know. Arizona's got a bunch of climates though. You can go to
That's
Flagstaff and get some snow.
that's
Yeah,
true.
I know. Yeah, I never knew that until a couple of years ago. But like someone was like went to college at NAU. It's like, yeah, I'm in the mountains and I live in Arizona. I'm like, what? I thought it was just
Hmm.
all a desert.
Arizona's pretty
Well, I mean, that's
diverse.
what Phoenix is. One south of Phoenix, it's all desert. North of Phoenix is right where the mountains start, and that's where like the Grand Canyon is. That's where
Hmm.
Flagstaff is, where Sedona is. So it's a diverse biome in certain spots.
Yeah, people don't give it
Hot
credit
take.
for it.
Hot take. Phoenix shouldn't exist.
Oh, it absolutely shouldn't, and it didn't until we came there. I don't think the Native Americans were living there. They were living places with water.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I think my brother, who's a urban planning guy, has said that many times that Vegas and Phoenix should not exist.
Yeah, they
Well,
do. They
how does it?
do go off the beaten path, in that most cities exist near bodies of water, and Phoenix and Vegas kind of are just like, nah.
I love
How
that
does it feel to
video
live in a
of that
city of
Arizona
parking lots?
weatherman when like the weather glitched and it's like 1,000 degrees at like a location. Have you ever seen that video?
Oh, I have seen that. I have
That's one of
seen
my
that.
favorites.
Uh, there we go. Jacksonville though. How are we feeling about their offseason, boys?
See,
That's a C. It's a C.
Yeah. I think
Maybe
it's
a
a
little
high
higher
C
with
because
Eric
they've had some good
Armstead.
additions.
Eric Armstead's good ad.
Yeah, I think it's a
That's
high
a high
C.
C.
I
That's a
put them
C
ahead of the
plus.
Colts. Yeah.
You're still on cheap quarterback. You gotta capitalize.
Yeah. For now, because he's contract extension eligible this offseason.
Yep.
All right. 10 I see. New coach, Brian Callahan. A lot of losses, but also a lot of gains. Let's
They're
talk
definitely
about
gonna
them.
tank. They're gonna tank.
Brought in Mason, brought in Tony.
I feel like right
Honestly, there's a
now,
lot of good ads there. There's a lot of ads I like.
Lloyd Cushenberry, Sebastian
Sneed
Joseph, Kenneth
wait, Rob, did you
Murray.
mean tank like they're gonna tank for the season or they're just gonna flop?
for the season. But I think I might change my mind on that. I like a lot of these ads.
Because I was gonna
Yeah, it
say
wouldn't
they
really make
traded
sense
for
to
Jerry
tank after they
Sneed.
got a Legarius Sneed.
And they got Will Levis too, if they believe in him. I think Will Levis is definitely a lot more fitted for the traditional McVay offense versus what Zach Taylor does. Well, did it look like the McVay offense
It
before
looked like it
Burrow?
more when Browning came in because they kind of Taylor kind of went back to his roots when Burrow's in there. They kind of tried to do the LSU
Oh yeah,
old
they do what Burrow's good
four
at.
wide. Yeah,
Well, what was it like with Andy Dalton in 19?
it honestly it was kind of like it was like a proto McVay, and
Yeah.
that's like I don't think Zach Taylor was a good play caller at the time. I think he's gotten a lot better. I think actually having Joe Burrow around has made Taylor a better player caller.
Remember one thing we both thought would have been a good idea at the time, like 2020?
What's his name? Joe Brady.
Yep. This was when
Yeah.
the Panthers started like 3-0 and were cooking and and they had a rough start. So they fired Zach Taylor and hired Joe Brady.
Yeah,
But hey, Joe Brady might get a chance, especially with how
he
few
might.
good offensive minds are out there. And he's the Bills OC, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and he had a they started rough with good old Kalen DeBoer's buddy Ken Dorsey.
There you go. There you go. Cheeto, I mean, they brought in two good starting corners in Snead and Cheeto Uzie. Nick Folk brought him back. He was one of the best kickers in the league last year. That's a good bring back.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Cox. Good group of additions, honestly, for the Titans.
Sebastian Joseph could add.
This is teetering on an A for me, but I still need to look at their losses. Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, okay.
Hey, Trevon Wesco, he was one of my old buddies.
Wesco, Andre Dillard, Chris Hubbard, Calvin Throck, Aaron Brewer,
Look at all these guys. There's a lot of hearts here.
Nico Autry, Aziz Alshire. Shoot, man. This might have been an A for me.
A lot of hearts here.
Shoot. Until you got into losing Danico Autry and Aziz Alshire to a division rival. That's tough. That's tough.
It's like Sean Murphy Bunting's a pretty big loss too.
That's a big loss too. Yeah, he's a stud. He's really good. Newport. There you go. Jill Johnson. Nelson.
Kayvon Wallace, really tough loss there too.
He's just like, yeah. What about that Kayvon Wallace? You think I got that? You think that's a big loss, guys? Right? You think that's a big loss?
He's a good player, right? Right.
No, I mean, shoot, man, this is tough. You know what? What are you guys thinking?
That's a B
I've
for me.
I've made
That's
my
a B.
call, but I don't hear what you guys thinking.
I'm gonna go B. Good
Solid
ads,
B.
tough losses.
So I'll be okay. We'll go with a B then. I was actually gonna say I'm still giving it an A minus, but
D'Amico,
I defer to the group.
losing Entree is tough for me. He
Losing
ain't
Autry
great
is
this
tough.
year.
That is tough.
Allshaire's a good player, but he's an off-ball linebacker.
Yeah, that's true. West, starting with the Broncos, who did
Ugh.
honestly, Broncos did jack shit. Burton, Humphrey, Troutman, yay. Matt Peart, Malcolm Roach, yay. Cody Barton, Rob's favorite player. Brandon Jones, yay. PJ Locke, Will Lutz, F minus 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 minus. Okay. Rob, what do you feel about Cody Barton?
There's so much I hate about him.
Why? What did he do to you?
He's one of those like fake big hitters who's like always like acts like he's like all swaggered up and always jumps on the pile late, but when it comes to making a tackle in the hole, he either always misses, does a bad arm tackle, or gets trucked.
Yeah. As far as their losses, Russell Wilson,
Justin Simmons is kind of a big one,
Jerry
man.
Jeudy. There's a couple big losses. Lloyd Cushenberry, good center, they lost.
He got paid
Josie
a
Jewell,
lot, though.
solid inside linebacker, they lost and replaced with Cody Barton. Justin Simmons, guys, I might be. This is my
They're
first
getting
F.
more bum Seahawks.
This
Yep,
is
I
my
agree.
first
That's an F. That's an F. Mike Purcell, he was the guy who screamed at Russell Wilson. Do you remember that?
This is bad. Daniel, where are you
Where's Mike
thinking?
Purcell right now? Bring him in. Bring him in for that.
He's still out there.
He's a true nose tackle. Bring him in.
You know, I gotta give the Broncos an F, man. They're just a dumpster fire lately.
Hey, where the hell is Mike Purcell at? I don't trust that he hasn't been picked up yet because he's a solid nose tackle.
Let's see. Let me check Google News here.
You
Mike
know
Purcell.
You know what's kind of crazy about the Broncos, guys, is they're still kind of reeling from Peyton Manning retiring.
Oh,
They
yeah.
haven't had a
It's
good
been almost a
season since
decade
Peyton
since
left.
he left.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, the Seahawks Super Bowl 48 celebration was this year. One more year. It's 9 years.
Four Broncos free agents who should be forced into retirement. Oh gosh, it lists Mike Purcell.
I think
so there you go.
Purcell yelled at Russell Wilson during the SpongeBob game.
Is that the one? That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Okay, if that's the case, because that's not what Mike Purcell wanted to cook.
Oh, Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown.
All right, Chiefs. Here we go. Hollywood, Irv Smith brought back Chris Jones.
Brought
That's
back
big.
Derek Nunati.
Tershawn, dang, brought back a lot of interior D linemen. Drew Tranquil brought him back. Dion, but I mean, it was mostly re-signings here.
The punt god, bringing
Matt
back
Ariza.
another person of questionable character. I don't,
Mhm.
I can't. I don't know what happened in that court case, but there's some weird stuff that happened
Seems
right
like
now.
it got dismissed, but who knows?
But what does that mean, right?
Right,
Does that
exactly.
Was he cleared of wrongdoing, or was the charges dropped? You know, it's like
Yeah. Here we go.
they'll bring back Jerick McKinnon in some way, shape, or form. I feel like
Let's see,
same
loss.
with McCole Hardman.
Yeah. Marcus Valdez-Scantling. Oh no.
They
That's
chose
the
they chose
goat.
they chose Willie Gay or Tranquil over Gay.
I don't know how I feel about that one. What are you gonna say, Daniel?
I was saying MVS is the goat.
He is the GOAT. He is the
Tranquil is
GOAT.
better than Gay.
I don't know, man. Gay is really good. Lost Snead. Big loss there.
Yeah, but it was one they had to do.
No, I mean, yeah, there's only so much money to go around. It makes sense. You can't bring him
Having
back.
Trent McDuffie definitely made him expendable because I
Yeah.
think Trent was better than him.
Yeah, but I mean, you need multiple corners.
Oh, I know. It made losing him much easier though.
Oh, well, yeah. Lost Mike Edwards, lost Tommy Townsend, but I mean, shoot, who cares? Oh man, what are we thinking, boys?
I'm thinking B minus.
B. They kept Chris Jones.
Yeah, like keeping Christians. I was thinking kind of like a C, just because I feel like I don't know how much better they got necessarily, but
That's
I
fair.
defer to you guys, so I'll
I
go
don't
with
think
a,
I
I'll go
don't
with a
think they
low
got
B.
worse though. I don't
They
think
definitely did get
their
worse.
losses, but I see what you mean about getting better.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fair.
We'll go low B. We'll go low B.
Yeah, low B.
The Raiders.
Oh, that is what I call a splash. I think.
You're talking about Gardner Minshew, right?
Oh yeah, of course. No, I'm
I
talking
was
about
thinking
Amir
Amir
Abdullah.
Abdullah was a splash.
Yeah,
Amir Abdullah, Detroit
I can't believe
Lions
he's still in the
legend.
NFL, man.
I cannot believe that.
He's been in Vegas for like a few years now. He's kind of found his home there. Good for him. We all deserve to find a
Hey,
home.
it's the Patriot way to have washed up running backs.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't ever talk
Minshew.
about the Patriots. I can't believe that interaction is why Antonio Pierce is head coach.
Don't ever talk about the Patriots like that.
Oh man, you're fired, hotshot.
You're fired, hotshot. That was so great, man.
That was a good fake right there. What was a better fake, that one or the back shots?
Oh god.
I'm
See, the
so
back
dis-
shots one I believed for a
Oh
long
yeah,
time. I didn't know that one was a fake
we believed
until
in the
way
back shots
later.
one until we did it on the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's still very funny though. I want to believe it's real.
I want to believe. So I mean, as far as acquisitions for the Raiders go, it's Minshew, Madison, Wilkins. Bring back Andre James is good. He's a solid center.
Mm-hmm. That's how you make.
Wilkins is that's the splash right there. Though.
That's how you
Him and
make.
Crosby next to each other is
That's how you make Mason Crosby happy.
And then
Max
losses.
I said Mason Crosby. We're
Max
West Coast
Crosby.
Hockey Pod. That's how you make Max Crosby happy.
I mean, I would say Josh Jacobs lost, but they replaced him with the GOAT Alexander Madison, so they're fine. Hunter Renfro's still out there. I know
Losing
he's had
Jakob
his-
Johnson is getting rid of that last stench of McDaniels.
Yeah,
Dude, Hunter Renfrow was good for a little bit though.
he was.
Under Bisaccia.
And Gruden, Versace and Gruden, and then what's his name came in. McDaniels came in, ruined him. I can't believe McDaniels ruined a white slot receiver.
I know, yeah. I wouldn't have had that on my bingo chart.
No.
Nothing much there. Just that's pretty
Yeah.
Nothing interesting there.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Luminors, I mean, they don't have a right tackle on the roster anymore, or at least a starting caliber one.
They also lost the GOAT corner of Meek Robertson.
They did. They did. It's a big loss. What are we doing here? What is this?
it's an A.
That's an A? You think this is an A?
I think it's a B.
I'm gonna go B, man. I like the Wilkins signing, but they
Fine.
didn't do a whole lot to improve outside of that.
Fine. High B. B plus. B plus.
Josh,
I'll go
that's
B
fair.
plus.
We'll do B. We'll do them ahead of the Bengals. I'm putting them behind the
I feel
Texans,
like
though.
Josh Jacobs is a pretty significant loss too. And
That's fair. They do have some losses. I was more so thinking just Christian Wilkins. That's
Okay.
fair.
I'm putting behind the Bengals then. Because I'm biased. Yeah. Josh Jacobs. Yeah, they really don't have much going on in the running back room now. Sorry, Zamir White. I just kind of roasted your ass. Get over it. Um,
Not a bad running back.
the Chargers. Here we
Will
go.
Greer. Will Greer.
Oh gosh, this
Wait,
might be
no, they
another
lost
F.
him.
This might end up being another F. I don't think it'll be an F, but we'll talk about it here. Yeah, it's
Oh
not gonna be an F.
gosh.
Easton Stick, he's back. He's back, folks. Um,
oh, they re-signed Will
Gus,
Disley. Oh, S tier, easy.
Gus the Bus, Will Disley. Thankfully, the Chargers don't play the Lions this year.
Yeah.
Goat. Yep, Will Disley, big addition. A couple big additions in the Hayden Hurst. Oh gosh, Lions dad, daddy.
He's not wrong.
You know what? It's a Seahawks great and a Bengals great right next to each other.
Husky's
Can't
great.
hate too much. And a Husky's great, and Will Disley, of course, as well.
Puna Ford.
Yeah, he's a couple years past being a good signing. Troy Dye. Denzel Perryman's actually a good get. Christian Fulton for Chiefs a good get.
How old is Denzel Perryman now?
He's probably close to 30. I don't think he's quite there yet.
Yeah,
He's getting
I
there.
see one good signing there, and it's Christian Fulton.
I like Christian Fulton there. I think bring back Alohi Gilman at that rate's pretty good too. He had a
That's
really
true.
good year for them.
That's true.
What's up with Gus
Derwin
Edwards.
James? How's he doing?
He's still kicking. Still doing all right.
If we got Derwin James fell one more spot, that means no Jamal Adams as well. God, him or Buddha, Derwin James or Buddha instead of Jamal. God, oh, we should have taken Buddha. We fucked up so bad not taking Buddha. He's a Bellevue kid. Like,
Yeah.
come on. If we take Buddha, we don't take Jamal, and we probably still have Russ.
My
And
God.
And talking losses.
Nick Vannett and Gerald Everett. What? Why is there so many former Seahawks on this list? Same with Puna Ford and Will Disley. What is going on?
Lost Austin Eckler, lost Keenan Allen, lost Mike Williams, lost Gerald Everett, lost Will Clapp, lost Austin Johnson, lost Eric Kendricks. They lost both their starting inside linebackers. Although they again
Honestly,
brought Pat Perryman.
there is nothing worth saving on that defense. When the Raiders put up 60 on you.
Yeah, Ross, Michael Davis. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna give him a D because to be honest, there wasn't much worth that you lost.
You didn't lose a whole lot, but you also didn't. I don't think they got much better. I mean, you replaced Gerald Everett and Nick Vannett with Will Disley and Hayden Hurst. That's probably an upgrade. Austin Eckler, Gus Edwards, probably a slight downgrade.
I don't know. I just don't get the vision.
No, I don't either. And they also didn't bring in a single wide receiver, and they lost 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Well, like what's your vision? That's just why like Harbaugh's just always been a weird fit for Herbert. Because one, the personalities, right? I don't know if that's a great fit. Very cool, calm, in the shadows Herbert versus in your face crazy Harbaugh. But I guess Andrew Luck did well with him. And then also pro style offense. Are you having Herbert take a bunch of 30 snaps under center, you know? He should be in the shotgun 3 wide. I just don't get it. I think they probably should have gone like Callahan. for that job.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good fit. They interviewed him. They interviewed him. What are we thinking, Daniel, before I place the Chargers?
I'm kind of going the other way on this because I think the way Jim Harbaugh wanted to approach free agency was just kind of start a clean slate.
That's fair.
Guess like kind of clean out the like. Did you guys watch that video I sent you guys about the Chargers?
I
Oh,
About
yeah.
did.
how it basically like walked over like how bad Brandon Staley was. Like he's worse than we could even imagine.
I
So
think we
just
have
like
the
after kind
same
of
algorithm because that video was recommended to me to the day before, and I watched it the day before you sent it to me.
oh yeah,
Yeah, great minds think alike.
dude, it's a good video. Like
It was. It
it's
was a
it's
really
really
good video.
insightful into like how they kind of struggled this year. So I think between like the Brandon Staley stench, I think he really just wanted to kind of give like a clean slate. I
Totally.
really think Jim Harbaugh is going to try to use the draft and like remember they have a new GM now too because Tom Telesco was gone.
Oh, he's with
He,
the Raiders now.
he's the Raiders GM now. So I'm actually going to give them like a C, like a high C. Because I think it's a good start as far as like the clean slate. Now
Mm-hmm.
the question is, how's he gonna fill that clean slate?
That's fair. They didn't lose anything worth keeping. I'd give it a low C.
I was actually thinking a D too, just because I think the acquisitions and the losses kind of offset one another, but I think they got so much worse at wide receiver.
That's a good point. I'm
However,
leaning low C, high D.
low C, high D. So I'm thinking like high D as well.
All right, let's do high
But
D.
obviously, no, I'm gonna go. I respect Daniel's point of view, and
Okay.
I do agree with it
I
in a
just
way. He kind of swayed me a little bit to the point where I think I'd probably put it
no,
right around
no,
there.
no. I disagree with that. I think it's got to be last there.
Last in this
Yeah.
tier ranking, this
I
list.
just I just don't get the offensive philosophy. I don't get I could be proven very wrong by this. I just don't get the offensive philosophy with Herbert. Who's the OC? Is it it's Greg Roman.
It's Greg Roman. Yeah,
What?
Actually, bro,
it is Greg Roman. Yeah.
Greg, fucking dude.
I thought you
Okay,
learned your lesson when you fired Don Brown.
again, man, it's a clean slate. We just got to see what happens.
I just don't get the philosophy there. That's just what I'm saying. Are they gonna have him taking diamond
Dude, the
formation
Bears
snaps?
are not an A tier, bro. Come on, get the Bears out of there. That's some bullshit.
I think we're missing one more to go, are we? Did we hit the
Dude, the
No, I
all?
think
Bears
that's it.
look. You know what?
Wow, that's it. Wow.
When
Yeah,
it
that's
comes to
it. Because
Chicago,
yeah, it's NFC, which we're doing on Thursday.
before we get into that, though, just real quick note on the Chicago Bears. Honestly, you can argue just as much for them to be at the top as you can at the bottom. You can have good arguments going both ways for that team.
I think they're in the middle.
You know what? Fair take.
We're gonna
Constantly
average
chat
it
my ass.
out.
Every year there's a team, and every year it's the Bears. By the way, every year they go out and they get these top players, and all the
Yeah.
Bears fans and the Bears media is like, "Oh yeah, they're a contender now. They're going to make the playoffs. They're finally going to be Green Bay. They're going to usurp the Lions." Never fucking happens,
Never
man. They're going to
happens.
be the best 7-win team of all
Usurp
time,
the
and they're going to
Lions?
like.
I've never heard that phrase before.
We are a competent franchise now. We're up there in the upper echelons
Hey,
of
you got a lot
clubs,
more competence than us lately.
of
And Rob was
esteemed
saying
football
earlier that
clubs,
I'm the
man.
one who hates on the Lions. I love the Lions, man.
Oh, I've loved the I I show my love. I have earned the right to hate on the Lions through birthright, through my blood.
This is true. That is
Daniel
something to
doesn't
say.
even have that.
Dude, I lived in Detroit for 4 years, my guy.
Were your parents Lions fans?
Are they Lions fans? No, they're soccer fans.
See, not you don't have the birthright.
Oh my
Does that mean
god.
then that means I've got the birthright to hate on the Seahawks then?
You might have a point there.
So
Luckily, I do too,
No, I
considering I
hate
grew
on
up
the
in Broncos country for a
Lions
decade.
through love because I was a party to their a miserable time in the Lions fandom for so long.
Yeah, yeah. Were you
I
a
was
part of
partnered to
that,
it.
Mr. Seahawks
I was
fan?
partnered to it. I was very adjacent to it. I just
Wow.
watched it
So
all
when the
happen.
Legion of Boom was going on, you just felt pity for our team when
No,
Stafford was struggling
the
to carry
Lions
us.
weren't bad during that time.
yeah, that
They weren't bad.
2011-2016 period was not a dark day and
No, I'm
It was
talking.
a dark day, but like, bro, compared to the Legion of Boom, come on, man.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh
Comparatively
yeah, no,
speaking.
that's the Seahawks high water mark, you know.
Yeah, during that era,
That's
it
also
was
true.
Stafford to Megatron, mediocre O-line, bad coaching, and Dominican Sue.
Refs screwing you over in Dallas.
Dude, they screw us over every year, my guy.
Screwed him over in Seattle too.
Dude, don't the KJ Wright shit. Come on. Fuck the Seahawks, bro. Seriously, your team, bro. Dirty fucking team.
Okay, okay,
Dirty
fair.
team. Unlikable players.
What?
Yes, during the Legion of Boom era,
Who
bro.
was
Come on.
unlikable there?
Richard Sherman's a douchebag, man. Earl Thomas is
Okay,
a
that's fair.
douchebag.
That's
Cam
fair.
Chancellor's
Earl
a little
Thomas
bit.
was
has some
not a
issues
douchebag
too.
during the Earl Thomas era. Did you say Cam Chancellor?
Cam Chancellor, he's a decent guy. He's a decent guy. Earl
Who,
Thomas is a piece of shit.
who are the douchebags? I want to hear this.
Earl
Sherman and
Thomas is a piece of
Thomas.
shit. Richard Sherman's a
Sherman,
piece of shit.
yes, I can give you that. He trash talked. Thomas was not seen like that until the tail end of the LOB, I think.
Brandon Brown is a piece of shit.
Oh, Brandon Brown was a big piece of shit. I can give you that one.
Like the only respectable players, and only because I'm hella biased, Cliff Averill and Golden Tate.
All right, I'll accept Cliff Averill. I'll accept Cliff Averill.
Everyone loves Cliff Averill.
I love Cliff Averill.
He was a good defensive end, man.
He was really good. He was awesome. He has an elite 10-yard split. He was awesome off the edge. Him going down in Super Bowl 49 is why we lost. A lot more than Jeremy Lane. After that, they just triple teamed Mike Bennett and we couldn't get any push.
I know
Although
you don't. I know you
picking
don't
on
do this,
Terrell
Rob.
Simon was rough. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying, I know you don't do this. Like you're a decent Seahawks fan, but I know a lot of Seahawks fans like just bash on Russell Wilson all the time.
I love Russell Wilson.
Exactly.
I'm
And I
a
always think to
Russ
myself,
apologist.
he's probably the best quarterback that your team has had in its history.
Oh,
Because
he
who else
absolutely
compared to
is.
that?
He is.
Fucking Matt Hasselbeck, bro. Come on. I remember
Jim
Charlie Whitehurst
Zorn.
started a few games for y'all. Bro.
Jim Zorn.
Jim Zorn. Dude. Yeah, he's better than Russell Wilson. Fucking Seahawks.
Yeah, no.
Some Seahawks fans, man.
Tavares Jackson. Matt
Ungrateful.
Flynn, the GOAT.
They
Yeah,
actually
no,
not
there
had a
was
very
some-
esteemed quarterback history, honestly.
Dude, I don't want to hear about Matt Flynn, man. Fuck
There's
that guy.
some. Yeah, a game against the Lions got him that big contract.
Because our secondary, bro, it was like wet tissue paper that year, man.
Matt Flynn put 50 on you.
No, I remember that game because I was so disappointed, bro. Because we lost that game 45-41. Matt Flynn threw for 6 touchdowns, like a little bit under 500 yards.
Oh,
Fucking Flynn, and he gets a contract for your team and never plays a game.
He never played. Yeah, he played a snap in the Super Bowl.
There you go.
The Lions have grown up though.
He was the third
competent
stringer.
franchise
He
now.
wasn't even the backup. He was the third stringer behind Tavares.
It's okay though. The Lions are a competent franchise. We're up in the upper echelon
Yeah.
of franchises now.
It's working now.
We have
I'm
a
excited
real
to see
team.
what move they do in the draft that we shit on that works out really
That
well.
ends up working out really well.
See, oh my gosh. Lions right now are like the Seahawks were in 2012. How they got F grades for the draft of Bruce Irvin, Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson.
Dude, we are so
worked out.
good. Unlike other teams that think they can win the offseason and just claim to be Super Bowl contender. The Bears.
I cannot believe Bears
I
fans
can't
are
wait for
thinking
the
they're Super
NFC
Bowl.
episode.
I cannot believe that they think they're Super Bowl contenders. You know, you being close to us now, Beau, I bet gives you a lot more enjoyment of the NFC than you used to have.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
You have to sit through our bullshit.
I'm just praying for the day we get a Lions Seahawks NFC championship.
Oh
Although I don't
man,
think that's gonna happen.
Please
anytime
don't,
soon.
man. I hope to God no. Like
Zach
it's
Zenner's
be a
gonna-
close game
gonna
and
crawl
Jared
out of
Goff's
his
gonna
grave.
throw a pick six. That's the difference, man.
if it's at home, Seahawks will win it. Seahawks are 3-0 at home in NFC Championship games.
Is that right? No, yeah, that makes sense. That adds up. Now, granted, you needed just the most ridiculous bullshit ever to beat the Packers, but
I cannot believe we won that game. Shout out Chris Matthews. Shout out what's his name? Who's the guy who fucked that up?
what was his name?
I used to know it pretty well.
You know what? To his credit, he's probably glad we can't remember it right now.
Yeah. I think the Seahawks, however, are 0-1 in AFC Championship games. Yeah, no, Seahawks are 3-0 in all NFC Championship games, I believe. I think there was one in like the early 90s when we were in the AFC that we had an upset run. Can you look that up? Seahawks AFC Championship. It might have just been
Until
Bears, though.
actually until 2022, the Bengals were 3-0 in AFC championships.
Ah,
Until the refs screwed us in Kansas City. Here we go. AFC
yeah, we
champions,
did.
Seahawks at Raiders. Look at
Raiders.
that. Raiders freaking blew you out.
Yeah, well, we were a total upset team too. Yeah, go to the previous game for the Seahawks there. I think they upset the Dan Marino Dolphins. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I just had a thought. I have a really
Dave
hot take.
Craig. Yeah, what's up?
I dislike the Seattle Seahawks so much that in certain games they make me sympathize with the Niners.
How dare you? You want me
Those
to
are
tell you something
fighting
that'll
words.
that'll piss you off even more about the Seahawks? That'll make you hate the Seahawks even more.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Half of the front office really wanted Brett Favre rather than what's his name? Mark McGuire's brother. So the Seahawks could have saved the Lions from Brett Favre.
Well, to be fair, the Falcons are the ones who took Brett Favre. Seahawks might have ended up trading him either way.
Still, no, that he would have played because we played whatever
I guess that's
McGuire.
true. I guess that's true.
Brett Favre is a Seahawk.
Where's that jersey swap?
That would be a fun jersey swap right there. In the retro one too.
Mm-hmm.
But does that make you hate some Seahawks even more? Is that we could have saved you from Brett Favre?
Nah, man, because honestly, Brett Favre is ancient history. I couldn't give two shits about him. Last I heard of him, he's like doing fraud or whatever.
Fraud in Mississippi.
Yeah, he's like scamming people.
No, 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 not scamming people, scamming the government at state colleges.
Which is, if you're gonna scam anyone, you might as well scam them.
No,
That's a
no,
joke.
no, no,
That's
no,
a
no,
joke.
no, no.
The only real Brett
He's
Favre memory
taking
I
money
have
from
is
people in need. That's not what you should scam.
Oh, I thought you meant just scamming like the government itself.
No, he conspired with like the really crooked Peter Griffin looking governor of Mississippi, Tate Reeves, and put money in like some shady ass stuff. Look up Tate Reeves. He looks like Peter Griffin.
Brett Favre, bro. Bro, the only memory I have of that guy is the Vikings NFC Championship game all the way back in 09.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, 1000%.
Look up Tate Reeves Confederacy. This is the
Hey, Lois,
filthiest
make me a
picture
sandwich.
ever. Yeah, put image. Oh, that's so horrible. Confederate Heritage Month. There's a picture of him in like the 90s in like a underground
Ian
Confederate
Griffin.
group.
This one right here.
I believe that was it, yeah.
Dude,
Yikes.
what the fuck? Oh my.
Yikes.
Dude,
That's not good.
Hey,
yeah, that's a
hey Lois, I hate black people.
God.
That's when we gotta go back into the lead right there.
Yikes. Clip it.
He's a very bad dude. One of the worst governors in the country.
Oh, I
He
don't
looks a
got it.
lot like Peter Griffin now.
Dude,
He does look like
He should choose different glasses, man. Oh my gosh. How long has this one been running?
We are at 113, so we're just creeping up on 2 hours.
The classic.
Is it time to call it, boys?
I believe so. Any other interesting NFL
I think it's
news?
time.
No, if there is any, we'll talk about it on Thursday's show. But there you go. There's the AFC. Love it, memorize it. The better conference. Yay. Go AFC. I only root for you in the Pro Bowl. The rest of the year you can go fuck yourself. Any closing thoughts?
What is there
Daniel?
to root for in the Pro Bowl anymore? The flag football team?
I root for Jamar Chase to get like 5 touchdowns. He got 3 this year.
I cannot believe you know the stats of the Robo. Why even play a flag football game, honestly? Just do skills. Just do skills.
I don't know. The flag game's kind of fun. You get fun little highlights here and
It
there.
is so meaningless.
It is. Don't get me wrong, but it's
I
kind
don't,
of fun.
it's pretty hard to be a worse All-Star game product than the NBA, but the
Not even
NFL is.
don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a good product. I just have it on while I'm working. I
I think
look
it's
over
the
every now and again. I was
worst.
like, oh, look, Jamar Chase scored another touchdown. That's fun.
It's probably the worst All-Star game product in all of sports.
Oh, 100%. I don't think we're disagreeing on that.
I think they need to bring back like furthest throw, strongest guy, fastest player. They need to bring that back.
I like that. I like that idea.
I
All
mean,
right,
the
cool.
best. What's a better event though? What's a better event? Is it the home
The
run
MLB
derby?
All-Star Game's probably the best
Well, I'm talking event within home run derby or dunk contest.
home run derby. Dunk
I agree.
contest has fallen off.
What about? Well, honestly, the home run derby's kind of fallen off with the format change too. Like I remember Josh Hamilton hitting 50 bombs. Uh, just the concept and idea in general, which is better though, a home run derby or a dunk contest.
That's a good point. I think the concept, the dunk contest, is more fun because there's a little more creativity that goes with
That's
it.
fair. I'm probably a little
Yeah.
biased, but I love a home run derby. Daniel, what you
I
think there?
conceptually I think it's a dunk contest, but in practice it's the home run derby.
That's fair.
I think the difference between like the Pro Bowl and the NFL and like the NBA All-Star game is the Pro Bowl is never really known as like supposed to be necessarily a competitive game. It was always just kind of entertainment first, like for the players, you know. But the NBA All-Star game historically has always been pretty competitive. Like some of the top players in the league, maybe they don't compete like for like the first half, but like once it goes down to the wire, like people actually try. And now the NBA is just turn into like the NBA All-Star games turn into basically a three-point contest. But let's be real, guys. The NBA is just watered down sports. As a guy that grew up playing basketball, watching the state of the NBA now just makes me so sad, man. It's so
Why is
sad.
that?
No one plays real basketball anymore. People run the same goddamn sets. Every team just wants to chuck threes, even when they don't have good three-point shooters. And oh yeah, the team that I watch is still shit. Even after watching them be shit during my childhood, just after the Chauncey Billups era, they're still garbage. And they somehow got worse, man. And they're going to continue to be worse.
Other free wings, dog.
Dude, honestly, like low key, I'm considering if I really want to get into the NBA again, I should just pick a new team, bro. Like,
Oh
they
no.
will never, they're as long as Tom Gores is owning that team, they're never going to be good. They're never going to be good again, man. Their era of being a
I
legit
saw that.
franchise is done.
I saw that.
You should be a Spurs fan. I hear they got a new up and coming next Tim Duncan, next David Robinson. Only this one's
Uh,
better and he's
the
French.
Spurs are definitely the Packers of the
Oh yeah.
NBA.
Oh yeah.
Dude, fuck it. I should be like a Nuggets fan or something. I literally met Jokic in person when I was in
How
high school.
That's
how tall
right.
was he?
He was huge, man. He was like with his siblings. He's a big boy. I ran
Yeah.
into him 6 times at Cherry Creek Mall, and I finally got a picture with him. And I never stopped telling that story because Jokic is an MVP now. Fuck it, man. I should just be a Nuggets fan.
There you go. Hey,
Dude,
hey, whoa. Here's what you got to do, Daniel. You got to be a Sonics fan when they come back.
yes. Yes. Dude, I'm with you there.
There we go.
I will absolutely watch the Sonics, man. I want that franchise to come back.
I think it's a when rather than an if.
Yeah.
And when they come back, I will get into basketball a lot more. Hey,
Honestly,
maybe
yeah, fuck it, man. I'm gonna be a fucking Sonics fan when they're
if
back.
Coach Sprinkle is good, I'll definitely become much more into basketball again. The closest I ever got into really diving deep in basketball and really figuring out and knowing it was that 2018 Huskies team, 2018, 2019 team.
Our freshman year, yep. I remember.
Yeah,
That was a
that was a
fun
fun
year.
team.
It was a fun year.
Matisse Thybulle, Noah Dickerson, Jalen Noel.
David
Those names.
Chris. Don't forget David Chris.
David Chris was very hot and cold.
He's a demon when he was hot, though. He was so
When
good
when he was hot, yeah, and then in the tourney he was ice cold.
Yeah, that's fair. That is true. That is true. Well, hey, that's the only tourney that we've ever witnessed. since
That
we
is
came to
very true.
Washington.
But
So
hey, Isaiah Thomas for me. Oh, when you're students. I thought you were talking about when you followed. I did follow that, but everyone was talking about that when that was going on
mhm.
in school and stuff. That was like middle school for me. That was fun watching Isaiah Thomas. Hey, he's back in the league.
He's back in the league. He's in
Has he
Phoenix.
has he
I'm
played
gonna
any
go
games
talk to
yet?
him. I'm actually gonna go hang with him after the pod ends
Oh,
here.
tell him hi for me. Tell him Rob says hi. He
I'm
knows
gonna
me.
tell him I have this buddy Rob who just absolutely hates your guts. Says you're the worst Husky basketball player of all time.
Says he could guard you because you're so short.
So he said he could block you in the post. Honestly, he probably could.
He said he could beat you up.
He said he could beat you up. He said his dad could beat up your dad.
We're just like turning into like elementary gossip now.
Well, there you go. I mean, wait, hold on. That's it for the West Coast Draft Podcast. Closing thoughts, Daniel.
I don't know, man. I got nothing.
That
This has
the
been a long
Justin
episode.
Tucker
This has
field
been a
goal from
lot of
earlier really
thinking.
took it out of him.
This episode's been a lot of thinking. I'm a little drained myself.
Closing thoughts, Rob.
If one of us is off-season champs, all of us are off-season champs. One of us click like, all of us click like. One of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks.
Have a good one. Drive safe. And before we forget, we can't all be the Chicago Bears. Sorry, folks.